Penny, and yeah, that's about it.
All right. On my far right, engineer, and on the ones and twos, Chuck Steele out on threes and fours, Chrono.
I just realized I forgot to hit record at the beginning of this, which is fine because all I did was curse up a storm in the intro, and in the first 30 seconds, we're not supposed to curse at all. Or I gotta edit stuff, so it's all right. I did myself a service. So
there we
hold on. You got a couple seconds before you can curse again. I'm just saying, we're trying to get 30 seconds out the way. All right, Blue, now you can go. Do your thing.
Last but not least, Blue.
Boy, Blue.
God damn. Did you do that voice effect? That was awesome. All right. Back up in this motherfucker one more again. God damn it. What kind of stats we starting with?
Stats we are starting with is, I have to pull up the actual go live thing. But for the listener of the week, it would be Gamer's Tooth. Or Garma's, like, Jesus, what the fuck? Garmer's? Garmis's Tooth. That sounds right. Sure. Somebody's tooth. You are the listener of the week. And first in the chat would be my boy Patrick. What's going on? And also, you're going to hear a sound in a couple of seconds, but it's Mile High Blurred using Super Chat to donate to us. So thank you very much. We definitely appreciate it.
Mile High in the chat?
Mile High's in the chat. Yeah, once again.
Much love.
There you go. That's the sound for everybody that's listening to this and not watching it. I wonder where he's been, because I haven't seen him in the chat for a minute.
He was in the chat like 3 weeks ago, and then he was in and out. He said he had to leave. He had to do something. And then
probably international spy or some shit.
I was doing big things. Oh, he could be.
He's good people. I met him in person one time.
Yeah, I still have the shirt. Mile High, I still wear it to this day. Right. So thank you.
Right on. Old Ninja, what you pouring out? And it better be frothy. It better be brown.
It's not. It doesn't have. Some of that shit isn't brown. Have you seen Mickey's? Mickey's ain't brown.
Why are you drinking Mickey's, bro?
Because it's malt liquor. I can drink what I want.
No, I mean, you can, but you can also, die of violent
some good shit.
I could also drink
that shit.
Yeah, I could drink bleach too. I can do that.
You can't drink. You can't drink Bud Light though. Turn you gay.
Beat me to it.
Oh yeah,
beat me to it.
No. Bud Light will make me trans. Apparently.
I'm just kidding. We'll get into that in a little bit. So you say the RIPs.
We're pour out some Mickeys for Michael Lerner.
You never pour out Cisco, just to point out.
Pour out Cisco. Cisco and Mad Dog, they're not really like, they're not 40 dogs, I mean, not like malt liquor old school. They're
it
more
is
like
malt liquor, actually. It's fortified.
Yeah. I feel like it's more juiced than like Alizé.
But that should have put that.
I know I mentioned on the podcast before, but it does not stand for Mad Dog. It stands for Michael Davison or something like that. Michael Davis.
Well, they say Mad Dog because that's what it does to you. Because it's fortified liquor from the bottom of the goddamn barrel. You're drinking that shit. It should be used for like cleaners or something like that.
Look, all I know is when I used to drink fucking Cisco back in the goddamn day. Every liquor store I went to, they would give me this fucking look like, "Are you sure you want to do this? This is liquid crap." And
he was like, "This is all I can afford."
MD stands for medical doctor because that's what you're gonna need. That's drinking one of those.
They're like, "That's all you can afford." Okay, hold on. They pull out a paper bag, they pee on it a little bit, and they wrap your fucking shit in the paper bag that's urinated on already, so they know you're ready to go.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
They still even make those. I'm gonna try to find some.
They do. They make a berry flavored one. I guess it's also
flavored fortified wine. Wow, it's a wine. It's not a liquor.
It's fortified. What's up?
I told you it's not malt liquor.
It's not. Yeah, it's not malt liquor. It's a wine. It's
there you go.
Pinky up. You gotta drink that with one pinky up.
It is
up a crackhead's butthole.
You don't need any pinkies for Cisco. Trust me.
Yeah. It is literally flavor fortified wine, so it is not malt liquor. There you go. That's why you don't pour it out.
All right.
Happy now? Yeah. Thought you thought. Anyway, for Michael Lerner, he's a character actor who's nominated for an Oscar from the Coen Brothers 1991 film Barton Fink, which is a very strange movie, which I can't sit through. He's had a 6-decade-long career in Hollywood. Starting out in the 60s, he got a master's from UC Berkeley. and then he moved to London and shared a flat with John Lennon and Yoko Ono, and even appeared in her experimental short film with Paul McCartney. He'd later appear in a bunch of TV shows in the 70s and 80s, shows such as MASH, and The Odd Couple. He's in movies such as Eddie Murphy's Harlem Nights, Billy Crystal's City Slickers. He's in more like B movies recently, but he's in X-Men Days of Futures Past, and then he's in Frankenstein's Monster with David Harbour. He died at the age of 81. There you
go. Any other?
No, not that I had time to report.
So as you were saying that, I was just looking up Cisco, okay, just to see like what it was, and it's kind of hilarious. So I was reading like a thing from the New York Times. It says, this is from Google, and this is quoting from the New York Times. It says, what kind of alcohol is Cisco? The drink Cisco is 20% alcohol. That's all in bold. Dr. Novello said, while a wine cooler is typically would typically have a content of 4%, youths who are familiar with Cisco have begun calling it liquid crack because of its strong effect, she said, adding, it's an incredibly potent, potentially lethal alcoholic beverage.
Literally, that's the warning that already drunk liquor store clerk always gave me whenever I bought that shit.
Yeah. The one just said, typically consumed by super criminals.
Or just those, it's made from fruits, sugar, and artificial flavor and artificial color. That's probably why it makes you go crazy.
Yeah.
Why.
Well, it's also 20% alcohol, which is for most normal people, that's quite potent. You know,
apparently it starts at 13 and can go up to 20%.
I mean, even 13, like for most people, like even like a single bottle, like a bottle of this, even though this is probably like fucking 13, it is literally 13.5%. But like most people that are used to like drinking beer, like picking up something that's this size and like downing it is like a normal thing. But if you down this shit and you think you're an alcoholic, no, you're not. It's gonna put you on your ass. So yeah.
So what's funny is those of you who are listening to this, Kronus hold up a standard beer bottle. But the thing about Cisco and Mad Dog, they're not your standard bottles. Those come in like fucking big ass like liter bottles.
No, they come in small ones too. They came in small ones.
Small ones now.
Yeah, no, back then I'm looking at the pictures of them. I remember them. They came in small bottles too. That were like 12 ounces.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It
was
for a while. I was there for a while. Like, fuck, how the hell did you spell Cisco?
It's with the
C.
Yeah, CIQ. Was it S or
CISCO?
Cisco.
So like the company.
Yes.
Yeah. So back in the day when the Thong song was coming out and whatnot, everybody I knew thought that Cisco was trying to be like the fucking drink. You know what I mean? In terms of his name and shit. And then, like, you know, obviously the tech folks were like, oh, like the company. I was like, no, like the drink. You know what I mean?
Oh, my God. Patrick in the chat, he said, like old school Four Loko, that shit was a liquid felony.
For real.
Yeah, it was.
I remember the first time I had Four Loko, I was out in Chicago. And
that's where he's
they had the original formula. And I bought some for a homeless guy outside. He's like, hey, man, can you buy me a Four Loko? I was like, they have them here? He's like, yeah, man, can you give me one? So I got him two. I got two for him and two for me.
So Blue,
I was not
that man.
He killed 4 hookers that night, by the way. So thank you, Blue.
And probably himself. He probably OD'd.
They probably deserved it.
They probably found him.
These are jokes, by the way. Yeah. These are jokes. All right.
Yeah.
This man didn't kill nobody.
This man was in a fucking alleyway, foam at the mouth, and Blue's like, hey, he deserved it.
I think I remember he specifically wanted he wanted the fruit punch one and I think the pineapple one. I'm like, okay, if they have it, I got you. So I got it for him, and I'm like, so my experience with Four Loko was not very good because I was like,
because you're
like,
rational
in Chicago, like the city. No, I'm in the city of Chicago by my fucking self after midnight drinking Four Loko, not knowing where the hell my hotel was.
God damn.
Yeah, that'll do it. Hold on. This is like a very familiar story. Are you sure you weren't in Japan this time? Did you take a train somewhere?
No,
you couldn't figure that shit out?
No, this was...
Was there ghosts?
This was in Chicago. And, like, I got so drunk once I did make it to the hotel, I, like, realized that I peed on myself.
Oh, my
And I went up to my whole room. I went up to
you
a
were
hotel
the
room.
guy killing hookers. So I think you bought Four Loko for
I might have
yourself is
been.
what happened, and you
He
bought
did.
two
I
He
might
said
have.
that. He said he bought by accident. I'm pretty sure that was on purpose.
You
But,
see how they knew the exact flavors, you know?
Oh my
The
goodness,
city's changed.
that's a
I
lot.
was
Blue.
I
That's a lot.
got so drunk that I woke up late for my job the next day because I was in Chicago for work reasons. And
Oh.
and like they kept calling me and stuff, and I wasn't answering the phone, and they were kind of worried because like I went to a bar with them earlier that day, and yeah.
Then you did yourself.
Well,
So,
but the other wild
Depends.
thing is, okay, like you can order a lot of different drinks at bars and whatnot, and I've been to some fucking dive bars. Even back in the day, I had to go to liquor stores for Four Loko. That wasn't something I could just go to random bars and get. Like Four
No,
Loko was.
I mean-
no, I went to like a 7-Eleven or something like that. They had it
Okay.
there. That's where I got it
Hold
from.
on, but
I didn't
I
get
gotta
from
say
bar.
this might be the name of the podcast, but no bar should ever sell a fucking Four Loko.
Yeah,
Because when you get a Four Loko, you're about that life, and you can't be about that life in the bar. Like if you are a bar owner, you can't have motherfuckers coming into your bar
Hell
that
no.
want to imbibe on Four Loko.
Yeah,
Like you just that's a lot. You gotta get extra insurance for that shit. You
exactly.
gotta
Yeah, you
get
do.
fucking bouncers that are big. You gotta get Boss Rootin' to be your bouncer
There you go.
when you're
There
serving
you
Four
go.
Loko. I'm just saying.
And I remember how upset, this is like fucking 20 years ago, people were mad. Like the real fucking broke ass fucking college students and homeless people were mad as fuck when they changed the formula. They were like, this ain't the same shit. This doesn't have that little bit of crack essence in it. You know what I
Like,
mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to be my wife anymore. What the fuck?
Yeah, exactly.
I gotta use this as a segue. Speaking of like Four Loko, Mad Dog, Cisco, Hulu is putting out a documentary about Freaknik.
Oh, yeah.
Back in the, I think the last Freaknik was in the early 2000s. I want to say.
Did y'all go? Because y'all were in the area at the time when it was going on.
So,
No comment.
Sorry, Prodigy and Old Ninja. You can say comment.
yeah,
Jesus
look,
Christ, man.
yeah, old Ninja may not be willing to say so. I'm gonna tell you like this: I'd be disappointed in my old ass now if I didn't fucking attend that shit. Now I didn't have no motherfucking video cameras and shit like that because I was too fucking broke and poor and shit. But this one on Hulu is gonna be of the '94 Freaknik.
Oh shit, that was
Which
like
was one of the early days.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing about this, it's got older, established mamas and grandmothers now fucking shook. They're like, oh, we used to talk about the fact that, you know, all these kids putting stuff on social media and blah, blah. Glad we didn't have social media back in our day. Well, Hulu about to put y'all on blast. There's going to be
'Cause
somebody's
somebody had
grandmama fucking dropping it on a Honda Civic or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in 1994 in Atlanta, it's gonna be wild. You're gonna see some folks that are older now that were in their heyday showing all that monkey.
All right, I'm gonna lose my black card here, but
No, you're
I've
not.
never heard about the Freaknik thingy. I mean, only thing whenever I think of Freaknik, I just think of like song and like you call a girl who's a little freaky. Like, damn, she's a little Freaknik.
Look,
Oh,
if you are purely from California and when you are nowhere near the South, I'll give you a pass. Especially if you didn't
All right,
listen
cool.
to like Luke and Two Light Crew, which like if you didn't listen to any of that shit, like you would have no idea about Freaknik. So if you're black and you never heard about Freaknik, and because you were never from that area, didn't listen to certain kind of music, okay, that's fine. I never went to Freaknik because the first time I went to Georgia was like I was in my fucking 30s. So, and that was the first time I really, not the first time I went to the South. Actually, no. Yeah, actually, my first time in the South was like my late 20s. So that was way after Freaknik. But, yeah, Freaknik was fucking crazy. But it's also, I mean, people say that it's so
What is
crazy, but it's
Freaknik?
like, you have goddamn, that
Mardi
thing,
Gras.
I was going to say Fat Tuesday. Every goddamn year, but for some reason, if you're, it's the demographics. Let's just be 100% honest. It's the demographics of people getting fucking crazy as fuck in the South for Freaknik, but meanwhile, you got Mardi Gras, and everybody's fine with people showing their titties and shit and throwing them beads and fucking and shit. Like, okay, like Mardi Gras didn't get canceled.
Even Daytona Beach,
Yeah,
like spring break, and MTV used to fucking be there every goddamn year.
Yeah,
That was a wild ass fucking party and whatnot. Mostly white, whereas Freaknik was mostly black. But go ahead, old midget.
yeah. So I was just gonna go into what Prod was saying. Basically, Freaknik was basically quote unquote, I'm using air quotes, Black Spring Break, because all the HBCUs in the region, so the states of Alabama, Mississippi, Florida, especially Florida, and Georgia, South Carolina, and even DC, they all had spring break at that time. So they would all converge on Atlanta, Georgia for spring break. And sometimes it would move cities, but usually it was in Atlanta. And the thing was, it was basically Black Spring Break. And it wasn't really talked about over here. But like Raji said, spring break for everybody else, I guess the Ivy League or for white kids, whatever. They were on TV. They were always like, what was the one down, Havasu? There was Havasu, Daytona, there was Miami Beach. Yeah, it was during spring break, but those were televised. Freaknik wasn't televised.
I wonder why.
But when it was televised, it was on the nightly news because I may or may not have seen some stuff that was on the news,
stuff.
or been. I can't confirm or deny that I participated nor partook or witnessed any kind of shenanigans during the time of the 94-95 summer spring break. There you go.
Yes.
It's funny. You know how you mentioned spring break, and remember how like when you're like laying in your bed, and you forget to turn off your TV, and you get that. You want to see wild spring girls go wild?
Yeah,
Get that commercial for
Oh,
girls go
dude,
wild.
That guy went to jail.
Sure
Yeah,
did.
he was underage girls.
Yep. So
Yeah.
But it's okay because at the time I was underage when I watched that shit. So
I
I think that negates it, right? That's like it evens out. I guess.
We'll say, for all intents and purposes, we will say yes.
If they are your age, they're not underage.
There you go.
So,
There you go. That's
Yeah,
not now
it was,
though, because I'm old as fuck. So
Yeah. I mean,
Well-
Freaknik. The thing was that at the time that I was there, someone that I know had pretty almost professional grade recording equipment.
Damn.
And they probably pieced together some stuff. So I'm probably gonna go dark for half a month just in case.
What was so great though was there were a lot of people with camcorders and all that, and I get it. And there were people behaving any kind of way they fucking wanted to, but it was before fucking cell phones were in everybody's hand and before social media posts and all that other stuff. So a lot of these fucking VHSs, because that's what the time period that we're talking about,
A-track probably. But not
yeah,
A-track. No. What was the? There was a different format. The smaller
mini
fucking.
disc.
Yeah,
not
the
mini
no.
disc. Holy shit! There's two blues.
Oh damn! Oh damn!
The mini tape or
They're
Yeah,
they're like mini cassettes.
yeah, but somewhere in someone's closet or basement or fucking attic and shit, you got a whole bunch of shit.
Somebody was
Probably
fucking listening to your
mislabeled.
grandma or your mom.
Somebody had your grandma's ankles behind her ears, and she
I
was
would-
all about it too.
I always think of that Too Short song, even though it was a few years later when he was like, "Shake that monkey." I saw grandmama swinging with the baby in her arms. You know,
Oh yeah.
Shake
Damn.
that this is gonna be fun.
Didn't Too Short get indicted or inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame or some shit like that or something recently
I
happened
mean,
with
he's
a
way
bunch of
more than he
rappers.
has. He's
No, he got some Bay Area recognition, and he has a street named after him in Oakland.
I mean, honestly,
So he had a
like,
ceremony like 2 months ago.
his I remember Cocktails. That was a fucking great album. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
He has he has a whole fucking library of just like really good shit that you probably forgot about until you, especially from the Bay Area. But if you go back and listen to a song, he's like, "Oh, I remember that shit." You know, The Ghetto. God damn! I remember one time I was walking to high school from my old house, and Blue knows this, but my old house in Newark was not far from the high school. And we were walking down the street one time, like me and like four of my friends, and there was some limo that was driving by, and I fucking flagged him down. I was like, "Hey man, can we get a ride?" It was in the morning, like in the fucking morning. He's like, "All right, let's go." So he literally gave us a free ride in the limo, and he bumped the ghetto on the way to fucking. I was like, dude, this is the fucking coolest guy ever. So,
Wait,
That's fucking
wait,
awesome.
Too Short picked you up and blasted his
Not
music
Too
as he
Short.
dropped off at school?
no,
Okay.
a limo driver did, and he was blasting,
Uh-huh.
and he
Okay,
blasted
yeah.
the ghetto for us. I
That's
was like,
awesome.
this, and it's like, Newark is not the ghetto.
Yeah,
No.
but that's great. Yeah, Too Short was awesome.
Yeah,
This is gonna be it's
Bitch.
gonna be wild. Yeah.
yeah.
It will be wild.
I have a great segue for us right now. A
What
great
you got?
segue. No, I talked about it in the chat a little bit earlier today, and it's about whack ass fucking parents today.
Mm.
Whack ass fucking parents. This is perfect because these fucking whack ass parents that might have went to Freaknik all of a sudden are trying to ban books and shit like that for kids today, and I'm just like, I don't fucking get it. Like, this is what angers me right now is that a lot of these parents are our age,
Mm-hmm.
and they're being whack as fuck because in our age, it's an age of like fucking latchkey kids. All right,
Yep.
where like literally you fucking got up in the morning, you made your own goddamn breakfast, you took yourself to fucking school. You might have made dinner by yourself. You might not. You probably didn't see your fucking parents until literally 6, 7 o'clock at night.
Yep.
For the whole fucking day, and you were just gone, and they didn't have that much control over you except for like threats of violence, which
Mhm.
will keep you in line, yes, but really didn't. I mean, they kind of did, but and to see like the amount of control that these goddamn parents today that are whack as fuck trying to control what their kids consume on like the minuscule level for like really basic and like innocuous shit is it's totally insulting to me. Of like, what was it today? I think Prodigy, you said they were trying to ban fucking what was it?
Florida.
The manga for Assassination Classroom because it encouraged kids to kill their teacher or administrators in their school. I was like,
Yeah,
what?
no, I mean, yeah, they were trying to kill him with literally a rubber bullets. Not even they were like pellets.
Yeah.
It wasn't real bullets.
Yeah.
So it's just like it's so fucking insane to me. They went from having like all this freedom when we were kids to like really restricting what your kids do. And I think it's more telling of the parents because most shitty kids, quote unquote shitty kids, because I don't think there are really shitty kids. They're just really shitty parents. So if your kid is being shitty, it's a direct reflection of you as a parent. And yeah, sometimes, don't get me wrong, I mean, some kids can be difficult, I get that, but you need to really craft your own parenting style to your kid, and see what their needs are and do that from there. But trying to insulate them from every single possible, negative influence outside of your home for shit you don't even understand, it's sad that our generation is doing that now. Like we talk about boomers and shit like that, but now it's like it's creeping into the Gen X territory. And any Gen X person that's doing shit like that, fuck you. Like seriously, fuck you. Like stop censoring your kids' access to information like that. That's fucking bullshit.
Let me just say this too, going back on Assassination Classroom, because some people hear, oh, well, if it's about, violence in the classroom, then maybe it is bad. The teacher in question is a giant bright yellow fucking octopus. This anime
that emoji.
are not to be taken seriously. Like, there's nothing realistic about it.
Yeah.
Like, it's a teacher that's a yellow octopus with superpowers, basically. Ninja superpowers. Like, none of this makes sense. And then just to go further on Kronus' point, books that have won, like, national book awards and stuff, like Mouse and even Huck Finn, and stuff that we read, all, Animal Farm, A Diary of Anne Frank, things that are really basic and meant to educate and broaden your horizons are getting banned too. Things that we read and multiple generations have read.
Yeah. And I think like there are some things where maybe you might have to censor some words in a book, like using like Huck Finn. Like maybe don't call him N-word Jim. You just call him Jim. But I mean I understand that's like historically accurate, but I think that's up to like the kid. Like if you don't think that your kid is never going to hear the N-word like in their entire lives, like there's something wrong with you. Like you're lying to yourself. I mean, I'm preparing for my daughter to hear that shit in her life, and that's for me. That's like that's heavy in my mind.
You know what?
But most people don't think about that.
There's a book out there that probably should get banned. It talks about like incest and human mutilation. Also covers like how to raise slaves and stuff like that.
Gonna say.
Book that's the Bible. Like that book has a lot of like negative influence and basically like information that based off of like what you're saying about like anime and like all these different kind of books like that should be banned too. And the reason why I bring it up is because like in Idaho, I believe, like they're doing a book there, and one parent wrote like a letter to like the congressperson saying that the Bible should be banned because it falls into all the categories that they're mentioning why these other books should be banned. So it's like, if you're gonna ban books that might influence kids, like there's one right there too.
Oh, but also you shouldn't be teaching the Bible in public high schools or public schools in general. So if you want to go if you want to go to a religious school, teach it all you want. But when it comes to like public schools, you should not be teaching that stuff in public schools. Fight me.
Like I did a quick search to see like where in the Bible it talks about like incest and stuff, and I guess there's like a section. It's Genesis 19:30 through 38, where the guy basically tries to get his daughter drunk so he could have sex with her.
Yeah,
but they will say, Blue, that's just the Old Testament.
Oh wait, sorry, he did that. He got his daughter drunk and had sex with her, resulting in the birth of Malt and Benjamin. I don't know. I can't pronounce those names.
There's a lot of it, and the other thing I'll say is, there's a fundamental lack of understanding about basic science on our solar system because it's from the fucking Stone Ages. Like the sun doesn't revolve around the Earth. You know what I mean? And there's plenty of that shit in
the Earth
there.
Is not flat.
Yeah, exactly. So and you couldn't fit every single species on a boat.
Yeah, that's to me. It's so silly. Like, hold on. Even if you fucking could, at least I would say a good half of them would die, because one half of them would eat the other half. Like, just like that's just.
Well, the other problem is like, okay, see, all the animals in the world died except the ones that are on this boat. Well, there's a thing called like I just mentioned it. So all these animals are going to be like not crossbreeding, but like having kids with their kids and such. And that they're going to have a bunch of deformed animals after a while. Animals with breathing problems, breathing through their buttholes or some shit. It's going to be like that girl from I don't know, from what's it called? The alchemy one where with the guy he like transfused his daughter
Full Metal
and the dog
How
together.
dare you?
Full Metal Alchemist. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. That's what
man.
came off with Noah's
That's
boat.
fucking sad.
Can we get into Bud Light? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know the name of the lady that was?
Don't they
know
call
the name.
Doesn't he go by? Isn't it Dylan McCulvey or whatever?
Look it up to be sure.
Dylan
Mulvaney?
Mulvaney.
No, what?
Dylan.
Dylan
We're all
Mulvaney.
great at names. You hear this? We are all great.
Dylan Mulvaney. That's
Keep
me.
going.
But she goes by
going.
a she, right? Like,
Yes. But that's the name of their given name. But I don't see an alternate name here. So
what is her? I gotta say, what's this person's pronoun?
Now?
they them.
They
For
them.
sure.
Okay, well they go by they. There you go. Problem
Oh,
solved.
actually,
super fucking
she
simple.
goes with she.
Says by she. Okay, there you go. It's
There you
not
go.
that hard. So yeah, this person is an influencer, and Bud Light decided to put her on a can, and so she did like an influencer thing of like saying like, "Hey, I'm on this can." She drinks a beer, and certain kinds of people just lost their fucking minds. They decided to just boycott Bud Light and said, "Fuck all that shit." You got Kid Rock out there fucking shooting up cases of Bud Light that he bought, which is like, okay, I mean, you already bought it, so what's the point of you fucking? You can drink it, you can still enjoy it. I mean, it's not like they put their pronoun juice into the fucking cans. Like, I don't understand the point of doing that. Like, you can still just enjoy your fucking beer. If somebody, just because somebody is enjoying something that you also like, and you don't like them, it should not stop you from you enjoying that thing. Like I don't understand like that whole like what the fuck. Like I'm pretty sure Hitler liked fucking water. You know,
Yeah.
like
So-
I still drink water.
So there are cans with this person's face on them.
Okay, well, if you don't want to participate in that, then just don't buy those specific fucking cans. That's
So, hold
that's
on.
extreme for me, but whatever.
I want to add to the fact that Dylan Mulvaney is not just a influencer. It's also an actress and comedian.
Okay, well,
They were that before they transitioned.
I mean that's
I mean, she.
still, these people just want to get so mad over nothing. This is literally fucking nothing, and I think that this honestly, whoever the fuck thought of this campaign was a genius, because I didn't give a shit about Bud Light, and most people don't really give a shit about Bud Light because it's literally less alcohol than Zima, and ever since this controversy happened with like the whatever country singer that I never heard of before, and Kid Rock, who I do know of, and all these other right-wing people that got all up in arms about it, it shot the notoriety of Bud Light like through the fucking roof. So mission accomplished. Like,
Yeah, I mean, okay. Here's the shady part. I think Bud Light is pretty much a shitty domestic beer.
It is.
It just.
It's right here.
I don't have any
Water
fucking
down.
love for Budweiser from a beer standpoint, but they can do what they're a multi-billion-dollar company. They can do whatever the fuck it is they want to do. You getting upset about it, and you're free to not buy beer if you don't want to. Fine. Who fucking cares? Find the beer that you want to find. But at the same time, I'm going to say this: I'm positive if you go to major cities like San Francisco, LA, New York, and go to their Pride or something along that time of year, I'm sure there's posters and things at bars and whatnot where they've promoted LGBT Pride as well, like, and have for not just this past year, but like for quite a while. This isn't completely something new, but if you live in Iowa or Idaho, you've never seen that, but
Utah,
every year.
Utah, Kentucky, basically red states or former slave states.
Yeah, but it's been a thing. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't mean like by accident, like, oh, you're in a gay bar and they happen to have Bud Light. No, I mean like posters with the Bud Light logo and the rainbow and all that.
Literally, like I think it's Coors that had like the rainbow fucking can for like the longest time.
Yep.
And so like some of these people are like, oh, I'm just going to switch to Coors. It's like, okay, well, I mean, they support the same thing. Like, why would you not want to expand your audience when it's an audience that is generally peaceful? Like, no matter what a certain kind of media wants to tell you, trans and fucking drag queens and like these people are not violent fucking extremists. So there's really or once you try to expand your audience into that, or expand your products into that, I mean it's a win-win for them. Like, and it's like 1% of the fucking population.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I agree with you. This is a nothing burger. I hope that people be outraged about something probably by tomorrow morning, or and they're always finding something new and even dumber to get upset about. But yeah, if you want to find another beer, find another fucking beer. But I guarantee you, if you go to something in the months of June or July for Pride Month, you're probably going to see that beer associated with the fan community. It just is. You know?
And also, I would like to just remind everybody that Kid Rock is not from the South. He's from fucking Michigan.
Ooh,
and he's from a wealthy family. So
no, I'm going to go further on Kid Rock. Kid Rock is not only that, he was a former suburban Detroit white rapper, notoriously into black girls, and had nothing.
His kid is mixed.
Yep.
He's a mixed child.
Yep. And had nothing even close while he was rapping in his early 90s era, mid 90s era, nothing close to any type of country or rednecky or conservative or the rebel flag bullshit at all in his image. This is all manufactured later on in his life, all of it. So,
So fuck him.
yeah. I got one more big fuck you to somebody, real quick. The Dalai Lama.
Oh,
Oh,
Jesus
shit.
Christ. Man.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh.
I didn't have this on my 2023 bingo card.
Nobody
But-
did. What the fuck? That's the whole point.
Yeah, but for those of you who haven't seen it, and it's real fucking disturbing. I thought it was deep fake at first. Literally, he's embracing a child, definitely a child, and kisses the kid, and then says something to the effect of, "Now suck on my tongue," or some disturbing pedophile bullshit like that. He apologized afterwards, so it's legit. It fucking happened, and it's on fucking video. Fuck everything about this. I don't know why there aren't some fucking investigations going on. Well, I do know why, because he's so.
I mean, it's open and shut.
powerful.
There should be an investigation. It was like, okay, here's the video. Okay, let's go to jail now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'm saying investigate some other stuff in addition to this video, because if you were that comfortable doing that on camera, I'm positive there's some other shady shit going on behind the scenes.
Well, I mean,
I feel like there was some shit with him like a couple of years ago, wasn't there? Or like, maybe I'm
there
mixing
was.
my.
It was about women because it was like he made a joke about like people being married and like when they get divorced, like the man loses all his money, and then like a woman said, "What about women that make money?" And he made a joke. Oh yeah, they make money, right? It was just like kind of funny.
He also,
but
he also made a comment about how like somebody had asked him, could a woman ever be the Dalai Lama, and he said that she has to be really, really pretty for that to happen.
yeah.
That's a comment he made. But no, I think there was something around slavery. I think like I guess that church or what is it, like Buddhism? What's this religious background?
It's Buddhist.
Okay, yeah, like I guess they're like known for having slavery in their mix. At least I gotta research and make sure on that. But that's one thing that kind of came to mind.
It's Tibetan Buddhism, just to be clear, and I have heard about their support and involvement in a form of slavery. I'm still trying to see what the differences may have been between chattel slavery and that slavery, but still not a good look. Slavery's bad, you know.
Yeah.
And so is fucking pedophilia. Like, what the fuck?
God damn! I just realized like his actual name in like the Avatar, The Last Airbender, like ties. You know what his real name is?
No, what is it?
Tenzin
kidding.
Gyatso.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you watch, Avatar: The Last Airbender, you would understand both of those names are significant in that world, and also like what has dresses up as is like basically a fucking air nomad. So, yeah.
Yeah, man. This was just deeply disturbing. Obviously, he's looked up to by hundreds of millions of people, if not more, and he's super duper famous. But it does not mean that he ain't fucking into kids. And yeah,
I think it just goes into a general like kind of bullshit that we have with like these men of faith. That I'm saying men of faith because I haven't heard a lot of stories of like nuns raping kids. So I mean, there's a story out there. You can just tell me, but I haven't heard of that. But it's like these mainly men in general that try to say that they've given up these earthly needs, and they don't feel the need to have sex anymore, and they're just like these fucking predators, and they're predators on the weakest of our population, and it's fucking gross. It's like, listen, we all have I'm not say all, most people have a need for some sort of sexual satisfaction, okay? And if you close that shit off for a long period of time, generally speaking, bad shit happens. So these people that are, try to seem like they're so fucking virtuous for not having sex and not seeing, the world, blah, blah, they're fucking full of shit. They're full of shit. Like, just look at the goddamn Catholic Church. All these fucking priests that have taken their vows of celibacy and all that shit, and they're pedophiles. And this is not even me. This is not even conjecture from me, because there's many. We know of hundreds, if not thousands, of priests that have been predators of children, and the Catholic Church moves them around so they can't be found, but they're still fucking predators. And so I'm not that surprised that, you know, somebody else of another faith that decided to be, you know, a virtuous celibate for the vast majority of his life, that is fucking gross. You know, that doesn't understand that, you know, doesn't understand how to properly express his sexual desires. And your sexual desires should never be towards children if you are a fucking full-grown ass adult. Okay?
Can I add one other quick dynamic to this? Because obviously it's wrong all the way around, but it's particularly perverse and predatory when a lot of these priests are going after choir boys too, who their families have like said, oh, you know, be involved in the church, and oh, you're going to hold this candle and wear this robe and spend time with priest so-and-so. And you violate that. And then also, you know, you're preying on someone who you're hoping, maybe because it's a young boy who's prepubescent or whatever, that hasn't figured out everything from a sexual identity standpoint, and is going to feel so ashamed that he's not going to say anything. You know, I think it's just very intentional, just this nasty fucking behavior. Don't get me wrong, it's fucking foul if you did it with a little girl too, but you know, it seems like they, most times, especially with Catholic Church, and obviously with this one, with the Dalai Lama, it's with these little boys that their families have said, oh, be virtuous, go spend time with this priest, this high religious person. And I just find that just so fucking wrong all the way around, man. It's disgusting. Anyway, let's change the subject.
It's like, how do you not know that that's wrong? You shouldn't need to, like, this should be very common knowledge that it's wrong, right? I mean, I don't understand how somebody doesn't, even like me right now, I'm in my 40s. I'm in my mid 40s right now. Like, me thinking about having like a relationship with like a younger woman than me, like even in their 20s, it'd be fucking weird. Like it would need to take like, I can't even imagine it. Like, to be honest with you, because it's like, what the fuck do we have in common? Like, I have like all this, I have like all these fucking resources, all this fucking like knowledge of stuff that they don't have, and it's just like, to me, I feel like I'd be taking advantage of them. You know what I mean? Because like, it's like stuff that they literally don't fucking know about. And then taking it even further, like somebody that's even like younger than that doesn't know shit about anything, and they're looking up to you, and they're gonna do, because when it comes to like kids will generally do what older people tell them, because that's the way most kids are raised. If an adult tells you to do something, you fucking do it, right? And it's just it's a total breach of fucking trust, just all around. It's so fucked up, so fucked up.
What adds to the grossness of it is that the Dalai Lama is 87 years old. This little boy looked like he was probably about like 7. It's just 80-year difference. And that's 3 generations basically. Like he could be this kid's great grandfather. Yeah, but at this age.
But he doesn't know, because he's denied himself. Well, maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know. I don't know. But he's denied himself for so fucking long. It's irrelevant to him. And there's a fucking problem there, because he's missed obvious social cues that this is wrong for the sake of his religion.
It's go ahead, old ninja. Go ahead.
So 2 things, actually 3 things, because I want to vacate this subject as soon as possible. But I'm going to say this. This reminds me of the story that our cat lady friend talked about her boss. I don't know if you guys met her boss from her, like, one of her previous jobs. Her boss was like 44, and he was dating an 18-year-old girl. Like, he showed up. I met this couple, as quote unquote, I'm using air quotes, quote unquote couple, at a paintball. We went paintballing, and they showed up. He brought his brand new. It was like his convertible Porsche, and he had her with her in tow. I thought it was like father daughter, but they're like, no, that's his girlfriend. I'm like, what the hell? Oh no, it was his fiance. That's
That
what it was.
that's called daddy with an I, not daddy with a Y.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
man,
yeah.
man.
All bad.
What was the other thing? Oh, excuse me. So actually, no, I'm not going to go there. I'm going to let it go.
He's like, let me change the subject.
Yeah,
God
I'm gonna
damn.
change this. I don't want to stay on this too long. I want to get to the stuff that makes me happy. And there was like a lot of Star Wars news coming out.
Oh,
over the
Star
weekend.
Wars
Okay.
and some. We can talk about after Star Wars. We can talk about some Picard. So
Oh shit! Oh, so are you caught up?
no, I'm not caught up, but I can talk about
Okay,
enough
that's fine.
where I
That's
was
fine.
like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, because there's a lot of those. But instant. Anyway, a lot of huge news. Huge news came out of London for Star Wars Celebration over the weekend, starting I think Thursday night. There's like this huge bunch of stuff. We're getting 3 new Star Wars movies. Uh, I'm going to start with the two. One of them will be from the director of Logan. He's going to bring basically the birth of the Force. I believe it's called Dawn of the Force. So he's doing how the Force came about in the individual. So he's making a movie on that, based on that. There's not a whole lot of details on it. And then we're getting Dave Filoni, who I call George Lucas Jr. He's basically like the showrunner of Star Wars, even though he's really not. He's very popular among the fans. He's made a lot of content that's like super popular, like Rebels, Clone Wars, the animated series, and Mandalorian with John Favreau. Now he's doing a full length feature movie. What he's doing was originally the plan was to have Ahsoka, which I'm going to talk about in a second. Ahsoka, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian, and what was going to be Rangers in the New Republic have a crossover event. Instead, it's going to be a full length movie. So all of them are going to have like this movie where they're like where all their stories will come to basically an end. So or with the exception maybe of Ahsoka, but everyone else is going to have like an end to their. So I guess we're going to get a second season of Book of Boba Fett when the movie drops out. It'll basically end Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett. Maybe there wasn't anything announced about Rangers of the New Republic as if they're going to revive it. I doubt it. But we're going to see Dave Filoni's first feature-length Star Wars film. Everyone was excited. And then the big news is that we're getting a post-Rise of Skywalker Star Wars film with the return of Daisy Ridley as Rey. So, and this will cover her restarting the Jedi Order, a new Jedi Order, with her as a Jedi Master. So those are the only details assimilated with that. There was huge news. People were losing their minds. Of course, people were talking about how Daisy Ridley, or a lot of people were like, either Daisy Ridley sucks, or she's okay, but the writing around her sucks. Make the writing better. All kinds of shit. There's just super fucking Star Wars nerdy shit going off. And then,
But no, you got to stay with that one for a second, though. Hold on.
Yeah, right. Stuck on it first.
Yeah. Hold on the Daisy Ridley, though. That I agree with you. That was fucking huge news. I don't know about you, old digit, but I didn't expect her necessarily to come back. We heard Finn or John Boyega had some salty feelings after the end of that trilogy for probably, in my mind, some really good reasons. But Rey coming back is big. I do hope they write her.
I said it was huge.
I hope they write her in a more compelling manner, but I never had anything against Daisy Ridley at all. The thing that was going on at the same time, though, as soon as you said Rey returning, folks started speculating hard. Raylo was in the air.
Oh, of course, Raylo was in the air. People were like, "Oh, did she get pregnant from from Ben Solo / Kylo Ren? Is she gonna have Finn's baby? Is she gonna have any baby at all?" And I was like, "Oh shit!" So I think one thing that is very telling, a huge thing that's telling, is that it was Kathleen Kennedy, the president of Lucasfilm, did not say this is another episode. This is not episode 10. This is just another Star Wars movie. Perhaps the beginning of a new saga. Rey could die in this film. I mean, that's probably why she came back. I mean, we talked about on this podcast about how she probably wasn't going to come back, but then we talked about how if offered enough money, because Disney has money, anybody's fucking coming back. All you gotta do is put that money on the table and be like, sure. Especially when your latest films aren't doing very well. You're not getting nominated for a whole lot of stuff. You're not really like elevating, I guess. That's kind of
well,
for lack of a better term.
movies, yes, but I think that the TV shows have been doing pretty well. I think that we've seen a significant increase in the quality of writing for the shows, and I think that they're going to take cues from that and seeing like what works and what they're going to look at. The Mandalorian, and at what was the other one that's fucking really good?
The best one
Andor.
is
Andor.
Yeah, Andor. I think they're going to like look at like what writing worked best for like both of those shows, combine those with the Jedi story, and then get that going. I think they can find some success there. Because I think that, especially looking at it, in hindsight, those last three movies compared to like the latest Star Wars shows, they've been better than those last three movies, and I'm very confident in saying that for most people, because I didn't go back and watch, even though I liked the last Star Wars movie, I didn't go back and watch it.
Yeah. I've seen it.
Obviously, I'm at the age where I don't go back and watch a lot of movies unless it's kid movies, because I have a fucking kid and she likes to watch shit 5,000 fucking times. But I think that they can learn some things from like their latest foray and do some things. So I'm glad to hear. But also, please get fucking John Boyega back into this goddamn franchise and give him what he deserves, because Star Wars fucking lied to us about John Boyega and his involvement in the last three Star Wars movies. There's no argument. Listen, if you were black and you watched the goddamn trailer of the first movie, like the last three, and you were like, and you saw Finn taking off his helmet, and he saw him with a lightsaber, and then like he didn't ever use his fucking lightsaber really in the goddamn movies. He used them barely. You thought that dude was basically the next goddamn
Luke Skywalker.
No, not Luke Skywalker, but the fucking Mace Windu. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wasn't no fucking Mace Windu. He ain't got the fucking Force.
No.
So please do something with John Boyega, because that brought in a black audience for Star Wars. Let's just be honest.
But let me just real quick say this as a quick reminder, because this history gets fucking lost. Going back to The Force Awakens, never forget, Disney owns the responsibility of completely whitewashing Force Awakens and removing John Boyega from the fucking posters and trailers in fucking China.
Yeah.
They did that. Like, don't give them a pass on that shit. That shit was foul.
Yeah, they did him wrong. So I think that they could. I know that John Boyega said that he doesn't want to do another Star Wars movie, but Disney, just do him fucking right. Show that you give a shit about. Show that you actually give a shit about minority characters in Star Wars. So
I gotta touch on both your points really quick. One, if Boyega's gonna come back, it's up to him. Star Wars has been like, hey, we are opening the door for you. We want to be able to do you right.
No.
We want to be able to write the story.
Oh, Ninja, there's no pass there. You can't say it's up to...
I didn't say pass. It's up to him. If he doesn't want to come back, he's not coming back.
Oh, Ninja. If they're offering the same fucking shitty role, it's not up to him.
No, if they say, hey, we want to do better, we want to do right by you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. Like no. You can't say it's up to him. Okay. It makes it seem like he doesn't. They need to give him a role that he's deserving of. Okay, that's the problem. Like, just saying that it's up to him is fucking bullshit. Because if you offer him the same fucking bullshit role that is so minimalized, that you literally, this is the guy in the trailer that we thought the story was about, and it wasn't. So you can't say it's on him. It's on fucking Disney and Lucasfilm to give him the proper role in these movies. Give him an actual fucking lead role in these movies, and then he'll probably take it. But if we say it's on him and they offer him fucking shitty fucking roles where he's some fucking bullshit Star Trooper, fuck that. Like, why would you want that?
I hear you, but like I said, even if they do everything you say, he still can say no. And if he says no, that is on him. Even if they offer him the lead, offer him as much money as he wants, and he still says no, that's up to him to come back. It's up to him to make the decision.
I don't
He
think
may not want it. He could have completely washed his hands. He could say, no amount of money can make me come back and deal with what I had to deal with.
if they gave him a respectable role, I'm pretty
I
sure he
don't-
would come back.
Even if they did, I don't think I'm
You know
not
what,
sure.
let's
he
try to
would.
get
we
John
got
Prodigy.
Well,
Let's try to get John Boyega on the show. We'll ask him.
I was gonna say they homeboy who did Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, Ahmad
Jar Jar
Best.
Binks. Yeah, like they gave him some props and Mandalorian by making him a Jedi, and his role was really good. Like I didn't even know it was him until like later on.
Never
they
forget
posted up on Twitter.
that man, and get his name. Old Ninja,
Hmm.
give me his name in a second. That man,
Ahmad Best.
that man almost killed himself
Yeah.
from some of the hatred he got from shitty Star Wars fans and shit. And it wasn't, none of that was his, that was the writing and a great role for him. Who wouldn't want to be in the first Star Wars movie in the last 17 years? You know what I mean? Like, that was a huge role.
Directed
for
by the man himself, George Lucas, and it wasn't.
Who is
it
a shitty
wasn't
director, by
just-
the way? I will say it every single fucking time. George
Anyway.
Lucas is a shitty director.
I'm gonna push that aside. I'm gonna push that aside.
He
Yeah.
is.
I'm gonna push that aside for now. I'm
Why
gonna come
you-
back
why
to
you
that.
shaking your hold on? Why are you shaking your head, Prodigy?
Because
Yeah.
he did A New Hope is not a shitty movie.
Yeah,
You know that.
and so is
A New
neither
Hope-
is
What's
neither is
what's the
American
best Star Wars
Graffiti.
movies?
But hold
What's
on.
the best two?
My favorite is always going to be Empire as number
He
one.
didn't direct it.
I know, but he did write it, and that
I
doesn't
didn't
mean
say
that New
I
Hope
didn't
was
say
shit.
he was the shitty writer. I said he
But
was a
New-
shitty director.
But New Hope isn't a shitty movie.
I'm not.
Yeah, it's definitely
It's,
is.
but
It's the one that
it's
launched.
not the best. It is not the best.
But you're saying
Uh,
he's a shitty director when he hasn't did a shitty directing job with New
Yeah,
Hope.
Well,
But- and also
but,
his
okay,
other
so
films don't
you
have
got
good either.
one out of like what the fucking 5 that he directed wasn't. Oh,
He
sorry,
direct-
one out of the
yeah.
4 that he directed.
four. He directed four.
Yeah. The other ones were shitty. Like they weren't that good at all. The
I-
best
I won't-
ones he didn't direct.
I won't defend all of them. You're absolutely right that some of them are shit, but New Hope was definitely not shitty.
Definitely not.
But the other ones
Anyway.
were shitty.
I'm gonna.
And the other
We're-
ones were even better.
We're gonna have to table this because there's still more Star Wars news. Because so Cronus's Canadian girlfriend got her another new show
Oh,
this
yes.
time, returning back
Oh,
as
man.
Ahsoka. We saw the. I know y'all saw the trailer. Every single one of you
Oh,
saw
yes.
the trailer.
I'm gonna have
I
to
watch
log.
it in slow
You
mo.
gotta keep going.
Oh, it's that time.
Solid.
Oh, sorry, man. I know.
No worries.
That's how, all right.
Later, man.
Right on that cue, we saw Rosario Dawson return as Ahsoka in her own show with Star Wars Rebels characters in live action in the show. What did y'all think of this trailer?
I'm just saying, Rosario Dawson, respectfully, ma'am, if we were both single, I'm just saying, we're both the same age. I love.
Yeah,
Well,
she
I don't
could
say I
tell.
loved you because I don't fucking know you, but I'm just saying I've been very attracted to you for a very long time, way
Fair.
before this shit. And now you're in Star Wars and you're in a dope ass role. I'm just saying, if we ever become single ever again and we're both lost in time and space, we could just come together. All right, I'm just saying because you're like, goddamn,
When the planets align.
That's
yeah.
that is a clip right there. Cronus's professes.
This is my plea.
Cronus professes undying affection for.
I'm pretty fucking
Rosario
cool.
Dawson.
You're obviously awesome. Your blade work in the trailer was dope. And like Oda just said, yes, she is my Canadian girlfriend. She is my hall pass. Just saying. And it's been like that for a fucking long time.
That's doing too much, but that's fucking hilarious. I mean, I'm beyond excited. I saw this trailer multiple fucking times. A lot of characters, especially the character of Grand Admiral Thrawn.
Yeah.
We see his live action debut. I mean, I already knew who he was
You
or
saw
who
the
the
back of his
actor is
head.
playing him.
But
Yeah, no, I knew the actor who's playing him because he was they announced him at the celebration. But I already knew who he was. He's actually the same actor that voices him in Star Wars Rebels. Timothy Zahn, who I briefly ran into at the last time Kronus and I went to Comic-Con because he was at the Star Wars area. He was signing his books, excuse me, at his booth. He was literally right next to Star Wars, like right there. So I'm super excited. I have the Heir to the Empire books. There's a nod to Heir to the Empire, which I know a lot of fans are clinging to as the proper quote unquote sequel, which it really isn't. I know you guys cling to it too hard, but you guys want it to be, but it really isn't canon. But it is good to see him finally live action. He's been teased once before in season 2 of Mandalorian. We get to see Sabine, Hera, which is coincidentally played by Mary Elizabeth Winstead, who is the current wife of Ewan McGregor. This is pretty interesting.
I mean, keep it in the family.
I guess so. Not to mention his uncle is in the original Star Wars trilogy. He plays Wedge Antilles. So,
Well, my question is, what storyline are they going off? Because I read the graphic novel for Ahsoka, and that was really good. Like where she it kind of takes place after Order 69, I think it's called.
66.
But
Oh, Jesus Christ! Somebody's fucking murderously mad right now.
No, probably not. I mean, I feel like Order 69 is some kind of fucking porn parody.
that was that was a point.
That's my Rosario Dawson fantasy. I'm just anyway.
Oh,
If
that's
was more attractive and it had more money.
Oh man.
So yeah, in that storyline, we know that it happens after Order 66, and like she's on the run and like she's trying to lay low key, but she can't stop being a fucking Jedi. But like, I wonder if they're gonna talk about how she gets her white sabers and kind of go more into that story. So I'm really curious how it's gonna go. But I'm also super happy that it's gonna be like a TV series, like a movie. So we're gonna get like a lot of content in like a couple of week time.
So we got confirmation from Filoni himself that it will be 8 episodes, but they will be possibly they'll be as long or longer than the Mandalorian episodes, which are by roughly between 30 and 45 minutes. So we're gonna see maybe hour-long episodes, but there's only gonna be 8, which will be cool. It's good to see Hera. I know Hera's a really popular character. Sabine is a very popular character. We briefly see possibly Ezra Miller.
What? Wait, hold. What?
Ezra
Miller.
Why is he?
Oh, not Ezra Miller. I'm sorry. Ezra
like
Bridger.
the Flash is in
I was
this?
gonna say fucking this
Ezra
whole.
Bridger. So I'm having a lot of sleep. Ezra Bridger.
Okay.
Ezra Bridger.
That sounds way better.
Yeah, Ezra Bridger is supposed to be.
Was this filmed in Hawaii or like what's going on?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Was there consent?
Yeah, it was their consent. So I'm super excited for this. We'll see this. I believe was it late this year, early next year. I couldn't even think of the date. I was too busy like in my euphoria that this is actually happening. We're also seeing another Star Wars.
Before you go to Ahsoka, I think it's crazy how like when they first brought this, when the character first came on the scene, it was during the Star Wars Clone Wars, and everybody hated her fucking character. Like nobody liked Ahsoka, like her character. But then like I guess later on they kind of redid her story, made it a little bit more popular as she got older. Like her character got older and something like that. She became more popular, and now she's like an icon Star Wars character.
Yeah,
like pretty much everybody love her. And her
100%. That was like 100% facts right there, Blue. So yeah. We're seeing. So our boy, poor homie Quan, had been working, I guess not so secretly because he was in communication with me, but on the other Star Wars show, Skeleton Crew, which will drop early next year, the one with Jude Law. So they showed some. They showed some clips. There's a secret. I guess they showed the trailer for the crowd, but the trailer has leaked online already, so I've seen it. So, but we get to see this early next year. It's basically like the Goonies meets Star Wars, pretty much. So apparently that's the feed on it. From the trailer, I didn't get that sense. There is a lot of little kids, but it looks like there's gonna be a lot of adventure going on, a lot of mayhem.
We all know how it ends, though.
Yeah. Well, we'll see how it ends. Also, we're going to see Star Wars Visions Season 2 drops May the 4th.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a trailer and everything. It looks fucking crazy. It looks amazing. The trailer's fucking long too. I didn't expect that. So I'm
First
wondering.
was amazing.
I'm wondering if we're getting more like shorts or more anthology episodes this time around.
It didn't
I
look.
don't know.
It didn't look like more than 7, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought it was way more than 7, but I was geeking out, so I wasn't really counting. So I'm still excited. May the 4th is a big day, big Star Wars day, so it's gonna be good to see that. Also, we got Jedi Survivor literally in like a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Looks like for Star Wars Vision, 2 episodes gonna drop on May 4th.
All right.
Yeah, all of it. Yeah. Oh, 2 episodes. Okay. Yeah. So they'll do a weekly thing, but it starts on May the 4th. It should be really exciting. Feel like I'm missing a couple stuff here, but yeah, that was all the big the big stuff.
Well,
I mean, there's gonna be more with the High Republic stuff. And, the Acolyte. That was another one. That's a High Republic show. The crowd got to meet the cast. There was no trailer, but there was just like they got to answer questions, talk about the era, talk about what it's about. It's basically the first series based off the Sith, and we're gonna see that early next year. And it's set during 300 years before Phantom Menace.
It looks like Vision's gonna have 9 episodes.
Oh, it's 9?
Same as
Okay.
season 1. Yeah.
Oh, and then like non-Star Wars stuff. Oh, go ahead.
For Star Wars, wasn't there an announcement about there being like a story regarding the first Jedi? Or is that one of those shows?
No, that was the movie I was talking about. The beginning of the first Jedi and possibly the first Sith. That's the movie that will be directed by the director of Logan, James Mangold. So I don't know. It doesn't have an official title, but it just talks about the dawn of the Force. Pretty much what it's
I just hope there's no more Skywalkers in this franchise. Like, come on,
that's
gotta fucking die out.
It's gonna be thousands of years, and you can never get rid of Skywalker. But anyway,
Luke is dead. Only last Skywalker left is Kylo, but he's not even a Skywalker.
Dead. He's dead. He's dead.
He's dead, right? Okay, yeah. So
he's dead.
So they'll clone somebody. It'll be all right.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
I mean, they clone Palpatine, so
exactly. Clone Luke. They also showed a new indie trailer because it's Lucasfilm. So.
I didn't even watch it because I'm just.
It looked pretty good. Yeah,
well, I mean, they de-aged him. I don't know if it's in the whole movie or not, but it's just like
not the whole movie.
Okay, yeah, the de-aging thing it's fucking weird.
Yeah, there's like a flashback where he's de-aged, and they show him where he's old and punching people in the face. It looks fun.
And breaking his bones because he's old.
He is old, but he looks like he falls over every time he punches someone, kind of.
I'm saying that like because we're getting older. I know what it's like being in combat sports. Getting older, it kind of sucks. So yeah.
Well, it's weird because like he's getting older, but like the time isn't changing. Like the era, like technology is getting better. It's still like he's still stuck in the same era. I feel like isn't man like evolving in this universe?
No, he's not. He's not in the same era. He's in the he should be in the early 60s now. The Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He was in the 50s. It was after World War II. So.
Well, the first one.
First one was during World War II. Still, yeah, because there was Nazis. So yeah.
Okay, when he was in America, they never had like a scene where he was like going to the bathroom and there was like 2 separate water fountains.
Damn.
Yeah, right.
No, so hold on.
To put it into context.
Usually, they had a whole separate area for those. For everyone else, it was colored only. And he went to the other one that had its own like entryway. So you never saw it. There you go. But yeah, those are the big things I can think of. I mean, obviously Andor season 2, Mandalorian, stuff like that. But yeah, pretty much most of the big stuff. I'm super hyped. Got me re-energized for my Star Wars. I'm all here for it. I'm playing Jedi Survivor day 1. Gonna stream it. Gonna do that.
How can I finish the first game? I haven't finished it. I've been playing Ravenswatch.
What the hell is Ravenswatch?
So Ravenswatch is basically I got an early access thing. Well, I bought it, so it's like early access. It's a game that's sort of like Hades. It's one of those like roguelike games, rogues-like games.
Mm-hmm.
But it's cool because there's different characters. So they have like it's kind of funny. They have Beowulf. They have what's the guy with the fucking flute that goddamn has the rats and shit?
Oh, Pied Piper.
Piper is one of them. They have a girl that turns into a werewolf at night, and then the goddamn Ice Queen, and the Ice Queen is black. So I was like, I'm definitely playing as this chick, and she's
I was
fucking
gonna say,
badass.
Ice Queen and while they have Elsa in the game.
No, yeah, well, they probably call it the Frost Queen, but it's been like
What game is
really-
this?
It's called Ravenswatch, and I don't know if it's going to be out on the consoles yet, because it's early access on Steam. But I've been really enjoying it so far because you can play as like different characters, and I played as all of them. But so far, like the Ice Queen has been like my favorite person to play as. And then after it took me a bunch of times to like beat like the first level, and I finally beat it, and then I unlocked Aladdin. So I was like, all right, this is fucking cool as shit. Even though I don't like playing as Aladdin because I didn't really get it at first, but even with like the Ice Queen, I didn't understand how to play her at first. You have to like get used to like because they all have like vastly different fucking skill sets, and there's a day and night cycle. So basically, in the game, you play as it's a roguelike game, so it's like procedurally generated levels that are based. They're like the same levels, but everything's like placed in different places. And there's a day and night cycle, and for most of the characters, your powers change from day and night, and it's especially drastic with the girl that turns into a werewolf. So like when it's nighttime, she's literally a different fucking character, and so and the werewolf plays way differently than the girl does because the girl was like throwing knives and the fucking werewolf is like slashing people and like trying to eat them and shit. So it's really cool. So basically, you have like 5 days, and then like basically a nightmare comes. You have to try and defeat like this nightmare. It's like a Cthulhu fucking nightmare that you got to try and beat. And it's been really cool to play. Like it's you have like upgrades to your shit. You all your powers like super different, and I don't know. I feel like they've been doing a really good job. But once you beat the first level in early access, then that's it. You have to like they only have one level out right now.
What platform is it on right now, or what platform are you playing it on?
It's on Steam, so I'm playing it on my Steam Deck.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, so if you have a Steam Deck, it's a great game for the fucking Steam Deck. It plays really good on it. So I don't know if it's going to come out on the consoles. Hopefully it does, because I mean Hades came out on the console, so why not? It doesn't seem like any more difficult than that. But
I'm
I
thinking why. Looking at the gameplay, it looks like a simple like something that you can port over to the consoles.
It does, yeah. And the reason why I started playing it, so when I first started seeing it, I saw it on like IGN first, and like some trailers and stuff. And it looked pretty interesting. And then I played Diablo 4, the open beta, and I was like, I need more fucking top-down RPGs. And then it just like right when that was done. Right when the Diablo 4 open beta was done, I think within like 2 weeks, the early access of Ravenswatch dropped. So I was like, all right, like I can get in my fill until Diablo 4 comes out. Or I'll probably play something else after that because I only have one level in this fucking game. But when the game comes out, it should be, like the full game comes out, it should be pretty good. And if you like top-down or three-quarters down top-down games, you should enjoy this game. It's kind of like Diablo. But there's no crafting, and it's not as good as Diablo, so I'll say that. But it is still fun to play.
Okay.
The developers said that there's no word if it'll be on the other consoles yet, but they haven't ruled it out.
Yeah, they shouldn't. I mean, they're probably waiting for it because it's like I said, it's early access, so it depends on like how much feedback they get from this game on just Steam and see how they do. So.
Yeah, that makes sense. Why not use Steam as like a test base? So.
Yeah, and they're getting money for basically a goddamn beta. So thanks, assholes.
Pretty much. So Prodigy left, and he started his show with something he didn't even get a chance to talk about. I watched it, but I don't know if you guys saw it. But it's another Resident Evil animated movie. So it's coming out in July. It has like it's basically all the big characters together on Alcatraz, and they're trying to like fight like mutated or infected sharks.
Is it going to be on Netflix?
Is it Baby Shark? No.
I would
Man,
no. That
Anteater.
it's-
Okay. Is
it's
it land
very
shark?
disgusting.
Land shark.
You know what? I think there was one.
Oh, I'll
Maybe.
be right back.
Oh, what's even fucked up? They had like lickers that can swim, which is terrifying.
What?
Yeah, it's all bad. But
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause, like,
there's a.
I think one of the things
there's
with
a
the zombie
killer.
apocalypse is that you think you can get away from them by like get on a boat and you know, stay on the water, but they can swim.
Yeah, they can swim.
It's something you
Same
don't really
thing-
see too often in zombie movies.
You see it in Fear the Walking Dead. There's an actual full on, like literally season 2 is all on the water. It's all on the boat, and they encounter zombies that like had drowned, but they're float at the top and they're still mobile, still going.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
that's, yeah. They're not gonna swim after you, but they're still
They
on
can't
the water.
swim, but they're still in the water. You get too close, they can still try to grab you, which is
Yeah,
pretty
that's
cool.
weird.
And then so it's called Resident Evil Death Island, where they're on. It's basically it feels like The Rock, the movie The Rock with Sean Connery and
Yeah.
and Nicolas Cage, but
Nicolas
with
Cage.
zombies. Yeah, but with zombies and Resident Evil characters. So like, and they bring back Rebecca Chambers, who looks different. She's slightly different character model, but I mean, I guess. But it looks pretty interesting, and Prodigy get a chance to talk about it. It's out July 7th. It doesn't say.
Yeah.
I didn't see the platform that it's on. It doesn't mention it either on the in the trailer. So we'll see.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gonna be in the theaters.
It
'Cause,
might
I mean,
be.
because you know,
Oh, it could. It might go to DV or Blu-ray, or home video, or some kind of other streaming platform where you have to pay to watch it.
oh, this actually might hit the theaters because I'm seeing that it's a Japanese.
Yeah, it's a Japanese
movie.
trailer. It's a Japanese trailer, but the voice actors is in English, so it's
Yeah.
pretty interesting. I was like,
Yeah,
okay,
it doesn't say where you can watch it at yet.
no, it's
So,
not. That's what I was like. Well,
oh wait, I know.
Yeah.
I was gonna say right here it says Netflix, but no, it's talking about the previous one, the Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
Oh yeah, no, that was live action.
Resident
That
Evil
was
2.
in the theater. I actually paid to watch that, and I was disappointed. So, there's that. But yeah, it's funny. He brought it up, didn't even talk about it. Yeah, I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, it's the first time hearing about it.
Really? Yeah, I
Because-
heard. So I saw him post it on social media. I was like, "What the hell?" And then the trailer dropped the following day. I was like,
Well, I thought it was gonna be a game, like the way that it looks.
Oh,
like the
yeah.
graphics
Okay.
and stuff. Like, oh, they're releasing a new game, but yeah, it's an actual movie.
Yep.
It's like it looks like a bunch of cutscenes from the game.
Oh, yeah. So there is one on it's on Netflix, but there's only part 1 that I've seen. It's Resident Evil Infinite Darkness. That's on Netflix. So I don't know about this one. It doesn't say where it's going to be released.
Oh yeah, so
yeah.
it says it's gonna be in theaters.
Oh, distributed by Sony.
Yeah,
That's
so
hilarious.
it's gonna be in movie theaters.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this will end up on Netflix like within a month. So
I was gonna Project's gone. I was gonna break up because he wanted to ask me how. Cause I started watching Swarm, the show that him and
yeah.
Kronus been talking about,
mhm.
and I decided to watch it. Even though they told me about like how the show is, I was not prepared for what the fuck was going to happen. Like, goddamn, I was not prepared. Like, the fucking people dying.
I haven't
There's a lot
seen
of-
it.
there's
It's,
a lot of
it
people
sounds
dying.
weird.
The one thing I want to warn you about this if you do decide to watch it, but I also don't because it just adds to the shockness of it. Because I was watching it and the Phoenix walked in. She's like, "What the fuck?" Like, yeah, I was prepared for what I was seeing. But yeah, so far it's really cool. It's a really good show. It's really interesting, and like you definitely will scratch your head when you're watching. You're like, "What the fuck
Yeah.
is going on?"
I mean, Mr.
Like, that's
Robot
cool.
was kind of like that, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, Mr. Robot was more like kind of intellectual, like thinking type thing, but this one's more like, "Yo, what the fuck is going on?" Yeah, I don't want to. I mean, we talked about it a little bit, like how Homegirl, like she's obsessed with this one artist, and she's literally like going around killing people who said anything bad about her. But then, like the shit that happens that leads up to these murders is like, yo, what one crazy thing that people didn't mention is that Michael Jackson's daughter's in this. Paris Jackson. Yeah, she plays the stripper. And like I
What?
didn't realize that until like I looked it up. Like oh no, because the show's on Amazon, and if you go to like Amazon, it's like I can't remember what they call it, but basically you can see whoever's on the screen, you can see what those actors' names are. And so when on so we're talking about Swarm right now, but like when the stripper was up, like I like paused it, because if you pause it, it shows the name. And I like paused it to like go get a drink or something like that, or take a break from what the fuck I was watching. But like I came back and I realized it said Paris Jackson, and I'm like, wait, is that Michael Jackson's daughter? And I looked it up and I'm like, oh shit, it is her. So Michael Jackson's daughter's in there, and also the girl, is it Haley Bailey, who's gonna be playing a new mermaid, the Little Mermaid? Like her and her sister is like a singing duo, but her sister's in the show. Her sister plays her roommate, and I'm like, well, I was watching, I was like, this girl is so familiar. I need to look her up. So I looked her up. I was like, oh shit, yeah, it's her. But like, yo, she's bottom thick. I was like, wait, hold up, how old is she? Like, 'cause I remember them being like little kids, and then like all of a sudden she's like a grown ass woman, and like that first 5 minute scene, I'm like, what am I watching? Like I was not prepared for this.
So I only
But
watched
overall,
episode. I need to watch more, but it's like it's a lot to digest because it was just like this shit is so fucking crazy.
yeah,
And
it
just the
gets
first
crazier,
episode.
man.
Yeah, that's what I heard. That's why I was like, I need to like take a minute and
Like there's
yeah.
a scene with some plums, and I was confused. What the fuck was going on? What is happening? Like she's eating these plums, like she's having an orgasm, but then something else happened. You're like, wait, what the fuck is going on? Like it's just all over the place. But
When she killed somebody and it was like immediately, I'm gonna raid this fucking fridge. I was just like, okay, like this is happening.
yeah, like she's all covered with blood, just smacking her fingers, like she just like
Yeah.
she just has some Buffalo Wild Wings or some shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, but I like that in this show that they can actually explore somebody black being that having that level of mental instability. So yeah, because people, other ethnic groups can get away with that, in movies. I mean, just look at fucking American Psycho.
Oh yeah,
Remember American Psycho with Christian Bale, and he's like chasing down chicks with fucking axes and shit. Like this is like that level of crazy. So yeah, actually probably even more, especially the fucking envelope.
Yeah.
Dude,
Okay.
It gets more and more insane.
I haven't
as
seen
you
this
go on.
yet. I'm gonna try to watch this with my cousin because it's gonna be hilarious watching.
Oh
his,
yeah.
Wait, female cousin or male
with
cousin?
It'll be because they're a couple, so cousins, I guess.
Wait, your cousins are dating each other?
No, my
You said that
cousin
all
and his
wrong.
wife. Yeah, so my cousin married his wife, so now I consider them cousins. My cousin.
Okay.
So,
All right. Yeah, the way you
All
said
right.
it, I was like,
usually I say my cousin and his wife.
you from Alabama?
Damn.
You reading that Bible, huh?
Oh no.
Jesus
It's war. So now the Kronus is back, and I've been kind of
Oh yeah.
waiting patiently about this. I talked about it last week, and now I can finally speak on it.
I can speak about the
Hard
first at
to
least
speak.
4 episodes.
That's fine by me. That's
Right.
I did so good. I practiced. Some of them I've seen twice.
So, before we talk about this show, Picard, by the way, I will have to bow down to Old Ninja. Old Ninja, I'm sorry. I should have watched it earlier. I watched like the first one, and I had a lot of shit happen. Y'all know my personal life is fucking crazy right now. But I actually got to sit down and like watch more than the first one, and it's just like, holy fucking shit, this show is amazing. It's one of the best shows on TV right now, especially if you're a sci-fi fan, and if you are a Star Trek fan. That shit is shooting to the top at a fucking monumental rate. It is so fucking good. I was not prepared for the cameos, the actual thought into the plot of the show, having the goddamn Changelings come back, having fucking Ro come back. I was like, God damn.
Yeah. I was flipping out. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even think about changelings at all.
No, me either.
Granted, they are a part of Star Trek lore, but like you don't really see a direct interaction with Picard in them. It's just implied because it's usually that kind of stuff is all DS9. But the thing is, all the Star Trek lore is pretty much in this fucking show, with the exception of the new stuff. But it's like everything that the Next Generation, Voyager, DS9 all converged in this one fucking season, and it was fucking amazing.
Yeah, because I forgot about like the whole like changeling things. I remember Odo, and I remember like a big thing about like the Dominion. But this is a fucking long time ago. All right, this is I'm getting kind of old, so it's been a minute. So, and I was just like, man, I forgot about the whole. And so like the Dominion comes back, that'll be amazing. I don't know if they do yet because I'm only on like episode 4 or 5, maybe 6.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just it was just insane to me, like seeing like all these throwbacks to like my childhood and like young adulthood. It's just like it's a nostalgia fest, and it's just like it's so well done, and like showing possibly bad decisions by Picard, and having number one having to question Picard, and 7 of 9 being in the mix, and like all this shit, and like even the new captain who's kind of an asshole. He's got valid points.
He does. That's the problem. He brings up his points, but he's an asshole about his points.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, you could have done this a different way, but you're not wrong. You're still a jerk.
Yeah, I think even if you are not even if you didn't watch the old shows, this would still be a really good show for you. It's just it's elevated if you did watch the old shows, but I cannot expect every person to have watched, because you basically had to have watched, Jesus Christ, like three shows,
series,
yeah,
three series, all three.
At
the
least.
Original 3, at least 3, and what, at least 4 feature films.
Yeah.
So.
And it's funny because like I have to sit down with Kay and like explain like who Locutus was, like because that was like one of the greatest storylines in sci-fi of all time is when Jean-Luc Picard becomes like the bad guy in Next Generation. I remember when I was in like high school, and I was like, oh my god, like this is fucking amazing. Like you have the main protagonist is now the villain, and it's fucking amazing. And that branches into the movies too, which what you just said.
And it's funny because not only did that happen, because it was so well received, they had it last and permeate through all these other shows, all the way up to this day. Like the effect that had, that event that happened, changed like the fan base as well as the lore itself. For like
wasn't the lore in one of the movies too? Like, didn't they build like a movie based on that whole storyline?
Yeah,
they
sure did.
And the woman that played the Queen, she died like this year.
She died a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's been like 2 months. So the thing about the actor that played Odo, I think he was supposed to be in the show, but he passed away last year.
Damn.
I think so. I don't think he was able to shoot because he died. So, I mean, they make mention of him pretty early on, so I'm not spoiling anything, but they make mention of him. Worf actually talks about him. Oh, and Worf. For me, Worf is
badass.
Like, he's badass, but it's like 2 things. One, it looks like he lost a lot of weight or lost muscle mass. So he looks way skinnier.
Well, I mean, he's pretty old. He's an older guy. Yeah.
Yeah, but, I mean, he looks like he's, like, slimmed down, like, a lot. So it's just weird.
I mean, it's like, honestly,
but also
it's like me. Like, remember when we first met, Ninja, I was like a much larger guy.
Yeah. Oh no! In fact, I didn't show you. There's a picture. Oh no! Blue posted a picture of when y'all went to some event, and you're like way thicker, way more yoked, way more.
Oh yeah, we did Holly.
Oh yeah,
Holly.
Holy.
Yeah.
It's way different.
Also Holy.
But seeing Worf again, he's still whooping ass.
Oh yeah.
Like he literally fucking cuts the head off of somebody.
Multiple people.
Yeah, multiple people. But you see one like that one when he does it, blood still spurting out.
Oh, and that guy, I forget his name, but he was in Oz. There was like one of like the gangsters. He was in Oz. Yeah.
Vince Acevedo's his last name.
Yeah.
He's in Fringe.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
in Fringe. He's in Arrow. He's in a bunch of shit. So it's pretty crazy. It was weird seeing like a Vulcan gangster and how everything was logical.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. But I mean, like I said, like the very first couple of episodes, first 3 episodes are literally like feature film quality, like episodes. They're done so well, shot very well. Like you see the effects, and it looks like this should have been on the big screen, pretty much.
Yeah, I remember when me and Old Ninja we went to Comic-Con back in, I think it was like 2019.
2019.
Yeah, and there was like Picard wasn't out yet, but there was like a Picard like museum basically for SDCC, and we went to it, and it was really cool to see, and like watching. I just remember like seeing like the wine barrels.
I remember the wine bottle itself because
Yeah.
it was in a case. I'm like, dude, can you buy this stuff? Apparently, you can. You can buy Chateau. It's Chateau Picard.
Yeah, that shit it was cool as fuck. And this is like, honestly, if you're a sci-fi fan, even if you didn't really watch Star Trek, I mean, definitely check out the newer Star Trek. I think all of them have been like really good hits. I mean, Discovery was really good. Picard was fantastic, and Brave New Worlds, which I've only watched a little bit of, but from what I've watched,
really?
it was really good. Yeah, I need to. I mean, man, my personal life
I
has been
know.
fucked up.
But so the thing is, season 2 of Strange New Worlds is out in June, first week of June.
I know.
So,
Let me
I
go
get
real quick.
I
So,
get it. Though.
Go ahead,
so
man.
you mentioned like the wine, right? About the Chateau Picard.
Mhm.
So you can go to StarTrekWines.com and they have the wine from the show.
Yeah, you can
And
buy
they
it.
have like box sets.
Maybe I'll buy
Yeah,
this,
and they look great.
live on the podcast.
So
I
these
think-
bottles look pretty fucking dope. And they have
Yeah.
like different. They have like they have a Cleon. They have a blue. I gotta buy the blue one. But there's like a Federation bottle. Like
Ooh,
this is-
shit.
they look pretty
All
fucking
right,
sick.
this is all right. The full Armada 6-pack is like $300, but you know what? I got money, so
Yeah.
why the fuck not?
Oh god dang. So I remember I think me and Kronus had a brief discussion like, can you buy a bottle? And I guess they were only selling by the case. I don't think you can
At
buy
the time.
individual bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the time. So
That's like $60 a bottle, which is about average for like a decent wine.
for a decent wine, that's actually not bad. I mean, it's not too much Chuck, but
God damn
The
it!
Cleon bottle looked pretty fucking dope.
I was gonna say like all these bottles, like some of them look very very nice.
there you go.
There is one that's like a twisted looking bottle. I don't know what the fuck that is, but it's like crazy looking. What is that? Oh, it's an Alpha 1. What is this?
Alpha Quadrant, like fucking shit. That's fucking awesome.
And they got really good reviews too, as far as like what site is this? What source is this? Oh, it doesn't say. We got
There you
4
go.
out of 5, 4.6.
I'm just glad that Star Trek is still a thing, and honestly, I think that the more people that actually watch Star Trek, the better, because it's basically altruism at its best. Because in Star Trek, there's no fucking money in the actual Federation.
There is not. Oh, is this what you're looking at? The special reserve bottle? This weird
I
like
think it's a Cardassian wine.
Yeah, the green one is the Cardassian Carnar Red Blend.
oh Canary, yeah,
the one that's like twisted. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
shit looks fucking crazy. I just want the
Yeah,
fucking bottle.
Yeah, this other bottle, what is it? The Starfleet, or it's Starfleet Reserve. Oh, Special
Yeah.
Reserve. This one has the Federation symbol on it. This looks pretty.
If
fucking
you-
awesome.
If you scroll more like way down to the bottom, they have the bottles individually and they have all their names. Dude, the Cleon
Okay.
Blood Wine, that looks. I mean, it's just a plain. I mean, it's a cool looking bottle, but just having the Cleon fucking logo on the front just looks dope.
Yeah.
That sounds fucking dope. May have to order this shit. But anyway,
They got wine stoppers and cups and glasses.
right on.
Yo, this shit's. I might have to
God
buy.
damn it,
a
I'm gonna
bottle from
buy
here.
some of this shit.
It's fucking cool.
It's gonna happen.
All right, Is this from the Star Trek Wines one or Star Trek Online? Where
Yeah,
else?
StarTrekWines.com.
Okay, for those of you who are
So-
wondering where we're.
Yeah, so if you're a nerd and you like alcohol, you can go to StarTrekWines.com.
They got beer too.
They have beer?
If you go to there's Star Trek spirits.com.
Oh shit.
Okay.
They have like a Romelian ale and a rye whiskey.
I like it.
That
Say
looks,
that
that
word
looks
again.
really fucking dope.
You're
dude.
gonna make people angry.
Romulian.
Romulan.
Romulan ale.
I,
Really,
I was like, it says Rob Mulan. I was like,
yeah.
Romulan.
I think you just broke somebody's monitor. They're just like, what the fuck?
I probably did.
Throwing
Yeah.
shit.
That's all bad. Yeah, Romulan ale. Oh, it's the same bottle from Star Trek II: The Wrath of Khan, except the liquid is like light. It's supposed to be light blue, but this is the dark blue. It's a rye whiskey. Okay.
Yeah, that's right. Let's see.
Alright.
They have a vodka.
And so the light blue was the vodka.
Yeah, the light blue is the vodka, the darker blue is the whiskey. It's
Uh,
$85 a bottle. God damn.
this one it says 75 on sale here for the vodka. But anyway, so
The vodka is 75, but the whiskey is 85. But it's
Oh.
on sale. The original price is 95.
I mean, we may have to each order a bottle and just wait. We should do one for the drunk. Do it for the drunk cast.
I mean, the drunk cast should be the next episode, but maybe I'll have to push back a little bit.
It is
Well, I
what it
don't
is.
know. Maybe, I mean, because
We'll see.
I want to do an episode 4, but what I might do is like the last time we did a drunk cast,
Yeah, just extend this one.
I extended it. Yeah, because I was like, episode 399.5, episode 399.75.
Stardate 299.75.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with it either way, so it works out. I mean, actually, this weekend would work out really well. We'll see.
Oh, if I can
It's up to you guys. But you guys got me stuck on these fucking spirits and wines and goddamn. I'm just like, what the fuck?
who doesn't have wine? Star Wars. No, they probably do. It's probably Star Wars.
I'm pretty sure they
Wine.
do. No, they probably have liquor, and it's like I don't think they have wine. But anyway, Kronus, back to the show. Where did you leave off with Picard?
I left off where, oh, Jesus Christ, I gotta remember now, in my alcohol-addled mind. So basically, oh, Jesus Christ. What did I leave off? So they got the information from the dude that was from Oz.
Oh, okay.
They're trying to figure out the AI, the place that they're trying to go to. What's the name of that?
Daystrom Station. Daystrom Station.
Daystrom Station. Yeah, so they're trying to get to Daystrom Station. They just got possible codes to Daystrom Station.
They weren't trying to get the Freaknik?
Also, Picard figured out that this is when Ro died in the episode because she figured out that the Starfleet was compromised. And they assassinated her, and on her way out, she took a shuttle to like blow up one of the nacelles for the other ship. So, and now the Picard's on the run with like a skeleton crew on the Titan.
Okay. So you're actually not too far behind. Okay. So yeah, they're on
That's
the
pretty good
run.
for drinking. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's really good. Actually, that's really good for like how far you were. But seeing Ro was pretty awesome because it was that whole like Manchurian Candidate and the whole like invasion of the Body Snatchers, which was the original thing with the Changeling. But they went at it. The scene with Ro and Picard and how he was just so livid about her betrayal.
Yeah.
After 30 years, because he believes in her, it was like he treated her like she was his daughter.
And you know what's funny? Because like Kay was like, "Were they fucking?" And I was like, "No, they were definitely not fucking." Like there was definitely like a mentor thing. Yeah.
It was like she was his daughter, and she disappointed him. He technically put his reputation on the line for her, and she betrayed him. So he was hurt beyond belief. So, and the fact that they got to reconcile, like she came back. Like the last time I saw Michelle Forbes, she was on fucking True Blood. That's the last time I saw her.
Yeah, and she looks really good still. I mean, like honestly, she took care of herself.
Yeah, she still looks pretty much the same.
Yeah.
So that's pretty awesome. I mean, that was a pretty powerful episode, and the fact that the crew's on the run, you had 7 of them basically on lockdown because she was like insubordinate, basically from her asshole captain, and now he's fully on board. Like he's like, oh. He's asking Riker and Picard, what do we do? And they're like, we have to run. Like, we're on the run. Like, everyone's going to try to kill us now. And so we don't know who to trust. The next episode will be interesting for you because you're going to see someone you probably haven't seen in a while. It's pretty awesome. So
I mean, like all these episodes, like seeing like all these throwback characters, I'm just like, this is so. It's so cool to like see them, like that they still exist, you know. And I think that even if you're not, even if you didn't watch Star Trek a long time ago, it's still going to seem, I think, cool to people that like, you know, that like there's this whole backstory of people that maybe you don't know. Because I think in any show that's like a new show, they might introduce new characters that you don't know the backstory to. But the fact that we do because we're fucking Star Trek nerds makes it like way more cool. You know, like
way
when,
more.
yeah, when like Worf came in like a goddamn black ninja, just like fucking
Dude.
kicking ass and not taking names because fuck those names. You know, it was just like, oh my god, like him being
Well, it
like
doesn't
the
matter.
actual handler for her. Yeah.
Oh, I actually really like what they did with Rafi because they basically rebooted her character pretty much.
Yeah.
Her character got rebooted this season. And the fact that Worf, instead of taking names, he left his name.
Yeah.
He literally took him up. He
Like
told
fucking
him the
Zorro.
story. Yeah, he
Yeah.
literally did. And then he cuts him in half. He tells him his house, where he come from, and then he fucking splits him in half. So there you go. And we see it. It's fucking awesome.
But I also
So I was like, holy shit.
I gotta say, like as a martial artist, I like that his whole trying to find peace in himself, like after he's like doing like horrific acts of violence, but like still trying to find peace in it. And I think it's like it's really cool because, you know, if you watch like the old, you know, Star Trek with Worf, like he was all about that life, and for him now to like try and stay calm. I hope that we can see Alexander at some point to see like how his son is. That'd be cool. Don't spoil for me.
Cool.
What's up?
I said that'd be very cool.
Yeah. But to like see him like actually, you know, seek peace in his own life, I really like that. Even though he's still committing horrific acts of violence, but I understand that, you know, having the balance is kind of neat.
It is pretty cool. I'm still on this fucking site, and I'm looking at they sell like 3 and 6 packs, which are very, very reasonable. You can get 3 bottles for like at a discount. Like they have the whiskey, a Sauvignon Blanc, and the Zinfandel is like 140. That's actually not that bad.
Hey, I'm just saying, this episode is brought to you by StarTrekWines.com, and if you use the BWTI code, you get 35% off. I'm just, you know, I'm just kidding. It doesn't exist. I mean, the site exists, but our discount code does not exist.
Yeah, because don't be trying to be like, hey, be Black and Black. Then Times Infinity say we can get a discount. No, we didn't.
No, but hit them up and be like, hey, Black and Black Times Infinity wants you to sponsor them.
Yeah, do that.
I would definitely do that. Yeah,
do that instead. Ooh, what is it?
I mean, like
Canard. Oh, it's red wine. It's a red wine blend. Ooh.
I'll be like that one. God, what song is that? Where the guy's like, I drink simple gin, and only drink it because they're paying me for it or something like that.
Oh, it's no, that was P.D. Pablo.
Yeah. Oh, the Sigurd. I'm drinking Sigurd gins because I drink it and they pay me for it.
Yeah, was it Seagram's? I thought it was something. I don't think it was Seagram's.
It was Sigurd gins. I drink Sigurd gins. It was on the Freaky League song.
Yeah, I remember Freaky League song. I don't think was it Seagram's.
Yeah, it was. Right. I drink Sigurd gins because I drink it and they pay me for it. That's awesome. But yes, Picard's been really fucking good. I thought it was gonna like kind of taper off a bit, like kind of fall, but it's been pretty fucking steady. Like I think there's only been, for me personally, it's been one dip, and it wasn't a huge dip. It was just a slight minor dip involving Jack, but everything else has been on par. The writing, the story. I've been on the edge of my seat on every fucking episode. I can't get enough. I can't wait. In fact, tonight at midnight, maybe like a little after, I'm definitely watching the next Picard. It's like the episode before last, or it's season finale. I don't remember which, but I'm definitely watching it tonight. It's gonna be fucking good. Can't wait.
Yeah, you're totally right on Ninja. Sorry, it was Seagram's. Look it up. I can remember. I love that song too. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Singer names.
P.D. Pablo was a fucking back in the early 2000s. He was in the club. Just saying.
Yeah.
Not a problem, you know. I love it. Now, shout out to my sponsor, Secret Grill. So I drink it and they pay me for it. That's like one of the best lines in a rap song.
Yeah,
it is.
it just came out of nowhere. I mean, in the beginning, because he makes it seem like he's like a DJ on radio, and it starts off like that, and just the fact that he says that later on, that's better than fucking DJ Clue.
Damn, DJ
Oh,
Clue was
or
like
download
late
MP3.
90s, early 2000s too. Yeah, but mainly in late 90s. Yeah.
Dude, I don't really drink Sauvignon Blanc, but this Zinfandel is in a really cool fucking
Still, hey, I'm just saying, StarTrekWines.com. I mean, we could do this.
Yeah, we can. Holy shit, I'm all about this shit.
I'm gonna buy some. I'm gonna buy some right now live on the podcast.
I think the best thing is to buy the packs.
Buy
Buying the packs, yeah, because they're the best bang for your buck. Because you get like 3 bottles for like 100, 120. There's one.
Not. It seems like the bottles are still the same price. Like there's no like like buying like a combo and get a discount. I guess shipping's included, so that might be one thing.
Oh well, I was looking. Oh, here the Ultimate 3. I think this is it. The Ultimate 3, yeah, it's the. Oh, this is the whiskey, the Zinfandel, and the Sauvignon Blanc for 140.
Some of them have discounts. It depends on the one you get.
Depends on what you get. That's what I was looking at. And then what is this? So there's the 6-pack, which is the Armada 6-pack. That's $300. That's literally all of them for $300.
Actually, I'm gonna get. They have the Frontier, which is like a bunch of them. Jesus Christ! This is like. Hold on, I'm gonna click on it.
I see. What's this Honor? Oh, this must be the fucking Klingon. This Klingon whiskey bottle is fucking dope.
Oh, there we go. This one has the Andorian Blue, Cardassian Canar, Planet Zinfandel, a Sauvignon Blanc, Klingon Blood Wine, a Rosé, and a white wine from Picard.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a white.
Yeah.
You said it's the Frederick.
How do you make a blue wine? I guess it's a white wine.
I guess we'll find out because I'm fucking buying it, bitches.
Son of a bitch.
Here we go.
Damn, he's going in with it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Fuck it. Why not?
Yeah, why not? I'm extremely tempted too, but I don't drink this much, and I don't like Sauvignon Blanc. But this fucking Zinfandel bottle. Yeah. I mean, I know people who I can give it to. They'll definitely love free alcohol. But dude, you said the Federation. I see the full Armada 6-pack. I don't see the Federation one. Huh?
It was on the whatever I'm fucking buying. It was on there. So hold on, I'm filling out shit. So
this dude. Anyway,
just buy the red jacket one.
End up dead. I mean, it's free to FedEx Ground. So there we go. I'm saving a whole bunch of money because shipping fucking alcohol is not cheap.
No. Oh, it has a medallion? What? The Federation, the Special Reserves, and Dorian Blue has a metal medallion on it. Individually numbered for the Canar. Oh, dude, this 6-pack looks. But
all right,
I don't even.
What a fucking tangent.
Wait, hold on. Is it done and done? Wait a minute. I'm clicking the buttons, but it's not. Oh, god damn it! I'll figure it out in a second.
It's all good. All right, are we gonna wrap, or did there something? Oh, I mean, there's one thing we should probably talk about because I put it on there. We talked about last week.
I got an B question that's on here. I kind of want to get the whole crew on there, but we can
who's
do
it
it until
from?
next week.
Who's
it's from me.
Oh, it's from you. Well, don't forget.
Yeah. Well, it's on the paper. Or it's on
it's on our notes. It's on the notes.
Yeah.
Really quickly, we talked about it last week. It wasn't a thing, but now it's official. HBO is basically rebooting Harry Potter. So apparently today, they're doing a Harry Potter TV series on HBO Max, which will be called Max pretty soon. They're getting renamed because of the
11th time.
yeah. So they're getting the Harry Potter movie franchise where each book will be one season, and I think each. So it's a 10-year deal, 10 years. It doesn't guarantee that you're going to get 10 seasons. It means that within 10 years they're going to do all the books. So, and I guess they're starting to cast right now. Like the casting call apparently went out. They're going all in on a new Harry Potter. The thing about this that Kronus and I brought up literally at the same time is that J.K. Rowling will be executive producing this series. So all of the trans rights, you know, trans allies are going to be probably upset. Maybe you're not going to watch it, but you're going to have to do some kind of soul searching because there's no two ways about it. She will be involved with this. There's not a whole lot you can do. I mean, you can with your
Not
money, I
watch.
guess. Yeah, not watch or cancel your subscription, but one way or another, as we saw with Hogwarts Legacy, which I finished finally like 2 days ago. This is probably gonna be another fucking hit. I mean, fuck,
I just ordered my shit. I'm just saying.
damn.
Give me my Klingon wines. Yeah, to your point, Onin, just sorry about the Hogwarts Harry Potter shit. Yeah, her being an executive producer is probably going to turn a lot of people off. Well, I'm not going to say a lot. It'll turn some people off. The trans, because she's a TERF pretty
TERF?
much at this
Yeah.
point. But I will say that, you know, she has a chance right now to redeem herself for an audience. If she comes out and has like a sincere apology and puts in, you know, some trans people maybe in the show, hopefully that would help, and like maybe do a donation to the trans community, possibly that would help. But I don't want to. There are very few people that I would consider like irredeemable, and I think at this point she could possibly redeem herself for that community. I will also say that this is, when it comes out, it's gonna probably break records for.
That's my point. Like,
yeah,
despite the very loud LGBTQIA plus community, this is gonna be like a huge hit.
It is.
Dude, the best way for her to
go ahead.
The best way for her to redeem herself would be to buy Bud Light, because we all know that Bud
Oh,
Light.
damn.
He had it in his back pocket.
Damn.
Did.
Yeah, honestly, I really think that she could, you know, I don't want to say do the right thing, because if she doesn't think it's right, then I'm not going to tell her how to fucking think. But if you want to widen your audience, and I don't think she realized that like a lot of her audience included those people, like, you know, but she could definitely fix it and like widen her audience. Yeah, you might lose some conservatives, but guess what? I mean, those conservatives, if they were that conservatives, they wouldn't believe in witchcraft anyway. So fuck them. Widen your audience to somebody that's accepting to like what you were already putting out there to begin with. And I think you'd be better off, but you know, you don't have to. I just think that you should, because that it literally fits in with the audience that is consuming your books. And I hope that if she does put it out like an apology, and does something to that effect, that she can definitely make this like a bigger franchise. And yeah, you might piss off conservatives, but I mean, at this point, fuck them. I mean, because these are the same people that are just trying to shut down education in general. And I think that the Harry Potter franchise, for a lot of kids, it opened up their minds to literature in general. And I hope that she is not going to shut down that aspect of her books for like, you know, really opening young people's minds to like really cool literature, because she doesn't like trans people. I mean, I don't know. Just keep an open mind about that shit. Don't play the wrong side of history.
Yeah, it's gonna be kind of tough. But I will say this: I mean, I don't really care about J.K. Rowling. I just want good content. So give me.
So that's the
Hogwarts
problem.
Legacy.
It's hard to separate the two, because she
It
makes
is.
the content. Yeah.
I mean, she's responsible for creating this fucking world, and she's making money off of it based on what she said. I mean, some people agree with her, and that's fine, and other people do not, which I think is also fine. We're here to agree to disagree, but I do think violence against each other is the wrong way to go. But I mean, if you disagree, you can protest however you want, with the exception of violence. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, she's going to continue to collect off of Harry Potter verse because it's her creation, it's her product, it's her content. So I mean, it's not a whole lot that people can do. You can't give that content to someone else unless she dies and willed it to somebody else. But we're probably not going to be able to see that.
And you know what's crazy is like
Legacy's
right now,
there.
if like what I said, people are like mad about that shit. Send me the hate. I can't even argue with you. It's like literally, I'm on the fence. So I'm like, it's like a very thin strand of me justifying this. So if you're mad, I totally get it.
So there you go. Damn. These wines, I'm like super tempted by this shit.
Just press the button and fucking buy it. I did it. I just spent
I'm looking for-
$386 fucking dollars.
God dang. Oh, here's the other 3-pack. The 3-pack is all 3 wines.
Buy
You
it
have the
now.
Picard.
Oh, did you do it?
I don't want the wines. I want the whiskey.
You might like it. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
What if you get the Klingon wines and it gives you literally 2 dicks? There you go.
Oh, there you go.
It's the opposite of Anaconda about liquor. This shit gives you
Yeah.
2 dicks.
Oh my god. That's good.
One above the other one. How
If you
you get to
didn't-
be the
If you
Frank?
didn't get that joke, go back and watch. What was
Star
that?
Trek
Flick?
Discovery. Discovery.
Yeah, but no, Black
Yeah,
Dynamite.
Black Dynamite. There you go. It was 2 jokes.
Oh,
See,
that one.
there you go. Blue got the other joke. That was
Yeah,
2
I
jokes
did.
and one else. Fucking genius. You can call me fucking Dave Chappelle right now. I'm just kidding, Doe,
Oh.
because that would make my Harry Potter shit seem worse. But yeah, anyway.
You got the Andorian Blue Premium White Wine. That's awesome. Dude, this bottle looks fucking dope.
They got dope bottles, and I think that like once I'm done drinking that shit, I'm keeping the fucking bottles.
Yeah,
I
or
ain't
you
cycling that shit.
order a new bottle.
Yeah,
Dude, I still got this. I got this empty bottle of what's the name?
Blanton's. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
the bottle's fucking dope.
yeah,
It's like a drop in there, and it's probably
that
gross
drop
as
is probably
hell.
worth $50.
I think the bottle's probably worth 100.
Yeah, because you get the set, right?
I think
Because the set, because they have different
yeah.
bottle tops.
Yeah, which is cool because you could buy like a carousel for them, and when you spin it, the horse runs. It's the animation, like what's it called? Not still still animation. So like if you spin it, the horse gallops. So all of the tops are different gallop points of the horse, and when you string them all together and you spin them around, the horse gallops.
But I
So
think
cool.
at that point, it's like Mr. Burns money, right? Because those are all fucking so goddamn expensive.
This is probably the most amount of money I spent on alcohol, and even for like the discount that we got for it.
Yeah, and
was
thank
pretty
you,
expensive.
John. John is the one that he did a run for us for whiskey. And
Nobody wants to Japan.
no, like he has like
Right.
connections.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
I
also,
remember-
John, hold on, I'll pull it up. Go ahead and talk real quick.
I just remember when
Hey.
he went to Japan and he came back with some fucked up ass Japanese whiskey. Well, one shot already had me buzzed, and he was drinking them like they were water. He had like I think 4 bottles, so 2 of them he didn't open because he said they're for him. But he had like a bunch of bottles that he just cracked open, kept pouring. Oh, try these, and he's just shooting them. I'm like, dude, how do you keep going? I'm like, I'm about to be fucked up.
It's crazy. It's
on all
like,
this shit.
like as far as like collectibles go, this might be like one of like the rarest things that I have because it's from a show that doesn't exist. That should
Oh, yeah.
exist because John made this show and it was Love and Warren, and he's
Yeah,
the
I have
guy.
mine right there.
What's up? You have one too, right?
Yeah, I got one.
Yeah, I have one
And
as well.
It literally fucking it fucking talks. So he made a show called there we go, Love and Warren, and he also he did like a group buy for whiskey, and the show I got to see like the not the trailer, the pilot
I got
for
s-
it. It was
yeah,
so
I saw-
funny, but you know they didn't he didn't find somebody to buy it, but we have the merch from it. So yeah, and
Yeah, him drinking. This is the sake bottle one.
yeah.
Yeah, I got that one. I have like a sticker box too. I have like a sticker box. And this still has the little thing on it. The actual. There's a parental advisory
Yeah.
on this.
Yeah, I was trying to find the shirt because I remember he gave us a shirt
Oh,
as
I
well.
saw
and
the
I was-
shirt.
At the time, I
I
was
saw
like,
the shirt.
"Yeah, I still have my shirt too." I at the time that was like the most comfortable T-shirt I had.
It
but,
is,
you
yeah.
know,
I
it's
wear
been
it
a
all
couple
the
of
time.
years. Yeah, I still wear it. It hasn't like faded much at all. It's just fucking dope.
I need to go see him. He's up in L.A.
Oh yeah, I remember he moved.
Yeah.
So that's why I haven't
Is
seen it.
the Instagram still up for that for the Love and War? Because
I don't know.
For Valentine's Day, he used to have like little funny like title cards
Just look
that
up
they would
the
be posted.
hashtag
Look it up.
hashtag bad Cupid, or bad Cupid says hashtag bad Cupid says.
But he was a great dude. I met him at jiu-jitsu, and he he's still doing jiu-jitsu, and he does jiu-jitsu at Boss Ritten's gym in LA. And he's
You can still go. Their website's still up, so you can go to loveandwarren.com, and they have they have a link to the animation pilot.
Nice.
It looks like you can check that out.
Yeah, they should. I mean, if they made Big Mouth, they could have made Love and Warren. I'm just saying.
Oh yeah, for sure. Or
Damn
even
it.
like what's the one from The Simpsons? Or God, there's like one that's like takes place in like medieval times. And it's like very Simpsons themed.
Oh yeah, it was one of the Simpsons. I watched it too.
Also,
Unenchanted or
Yeah.
yeah. But it's also
Just
there's also the one with the horse guy, the Backman Horseman or something like that.
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah,
Let's look at the name. I've been drinking, y'all.
I'm drinking too, which is why we have to finish this podcast. So I have to still drink some more and also edit the podcast. So yeah,
There you
let's
go.
finish this.
Blue, what you got going on? Jerking off to smoking. We got going on this weekend.
Oh man. I gotta man. With all this rain, like my backyard looks like a goddamn forest, man. Like there is so much fucking grass all over the goddamn place. Like I don't even know where the grass came from. Like when we got this house, there was like I don't know, like some foliage back there, but there was no grass. But like now there's all this fucking wild grass back there. And I cut it recently, and it's just like 3 times its height now. It's like what the fuck, like it's crazy, dude.
You got to use weed killer and grass killer. Glyphosate is your friend.
Yeah, I got a lot. There's like a lot of like real plants that I still want to keep. Like we have a giant like where we got 3 maple trees or maple trees.
It won't kill your trees. It'll kill your grass.
Okay,
though.
cool. All right. Yeah, there's a lot of fucking grass. But then also I got a kid too, and he likes to run around through there. So
Oh, well, there's that.
I don't want to kill the kid. But I know isn't there a lawsuit with like Roundup or some shit?
It's if you
Like it gave some guy cancer.
I mean, you're not a gardener, so if you use it like every day, yes. But if you use it just occasionally, you'll probably be okay.
Okay, cool. But yeah, so I got to do yard work. Go watch Forest Swarm. Like, goddamn, this shit's fucking twisted as hell, but I
Yeah.
love it. So there's something I've been meaning to bring up, but I keep fucking forgetting. Every time we come on the podcast. Yeah, come down to my birthday coming up in like about 18 days, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, that's about it for me.
All right, Kronus, what you got going on this weekend?
I stepped away for a little bit.
Oh, I missed it. I'm still on the. Oh, there it is.
There you go.
Sorry. I put that one back on.
That's right.
Was it my turn to go?
Yeah, it's your turn to go.
Sorry about that. I was going through like a lot of stuff of mine because I was trying to find my medical record so I can get VA benefits, and I remembered to buy some actual frames for special comics that I've gotten, and the first one that I framed was this one right here, and hopefully the person still listens to this, still listens to the podcast. His name is Ronan, and he got me a signed copy of Silver Surfer Black, and from one of my favorite artists. It's Trad Moore, and this was signed in 2019, which is right before the world fucking ended. And then he also wrote me a letter on how I inspired him to get into IT and to hopefully change his life. So I'm going to reach out to him and see like what's going on. And like I literally framed his letter too. Like I'm angling it so you can't read like everything that he said because his name's on here. But he wrote me a letter, and I finally got a chance to frame it. So
Nice.
I mean, it's one of the coolest things that I've ever gotten in my entire life. And also thank you for, sending me the signed copy of this comic I'm gonna get it graded by CGC, and I just thought it was really cool. So yeah, other than that, I had my first rescue of a veteran that was experiencing homelessness. I think I talked about it a little bit, maybe last podcast, but I'm not going to go into too many details. But it's basically by somebody that is near and dear to me, and it was successful. So I got this person and their whole family to where they needed to be, and they are doing a lot better now. And I'm probably going to give them a call tomorrow. I was letting them get settled. We've been texting back and forth, but I want to see how they're doing. But it was pretty satisfying to like actually accomplish that mission for me, to like help a person out that previously helped me out like years ago, probably more than 10 years ago. Yeah, it was more than 10 years ago at this point, to like be able to give back. So everything, like, I think if you put good shit out in the world, eventually the shit should come back to you, hopefully. So I'm just giving back. So that's all I got.
Nice.
All right.
Kind of jump in real quick. Kind of jumping in back to the Love and Warrant. So I went to his Twitter account. I clicked on one of the little bad Cupid says. The first one I clicked on says, "If you want to catch a woman's eye, wear something red, like a Star Trek uniform." It's the fact that I clicked on that, and we were talking about like wives and stuff. It's fucking funny.
That's awesome.
But yeah, this shit's fucking funny.
It's a great Star Trek joke.
Yeah. As for me, I'm doing Modern Warfare 2 Season 3 started today. Like I said, I'm going to be watching more Picard. I think season finale's tonight. We haven't talked about Mandalorian, but it took a pretty interesting fucking turn before its season finale, which will be next week. And I started Resident Evil 3 before I get to Resident Evil 4. So I was streaming that the other day. Going to, where the hell am I going? I'm going to like this big birthday party. One of the family members hitting the teenage years, so it's his 13th birthday. So we're going to do a big pizza party, laser tag, so the whole nine. Going to be doing that, hanging out with friends.
Is it a kids party?
Yeah, it's a kids party, but the adults will be there. So, but it's good to see him going, because he just made honor roll, and his birthday's actually today, but the party with him and his friends will be Saturday. So
nice.
Got to make the family appearance. It's pretty funny. So I broke out my Wii. I have a modified Wii, and we were playing. I brought out Mario Party 4 and 5, and like those games were pretty fucked up. Like they're still pretty fun, but like you can literally end relationships with those fucking games. So it's pretty fun playing those. And as we speak, I'm like ordering ramen and fucking ale. So there you go. All right. You just experienced Black and Black Times Infinity, the Thank podcast on the internet. Check us out at binheadproductions.com/BTI. Like I said, we're on Twitch, twitch.tv/BTI. Anywhere and everywhere you consume your podcast, we're on. On Amazon, we have an app that lets you know when we go live. You can actually watch us through the app. We have a Discord. There's been a lot of requests for the Discord recently, like a huge uptake. But that's cool. We see
somebody asked a little while ago. I don't think I sent an email back.
A few people have asked. There's been some new ones. So
shit.
Slide them DMs.
Yeah, so sign in. We get your emails. We'll get to you as soon as we can. But email us at bthenbti@gmail.com. We want to know if you want to be on the Discord. Discord has been popping up a bit more recently. We've been getting more requests, like I said. Keep them coming. What else did I say? What else are we missing? Socials, bthenbti. There you go.
That's it?
That's it.
Right here. Sorry, it's a little weird because usually it's, Prodigy does.
Yeah, we're missing one.
Yeah. All right. Now we're going out of here. Doodle-oo, 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 doodle-oo.
Do that shit.
Later.